entertained.
Burn it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same.
And now, it's here, baby! Or should I say, I am. Mama said that there will be days literally just like this. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Brought to you by Law Nation Sports, Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers, and the best, and I mean just that, the best fantasy app of all time, Sleeper. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a firing party, you know? Now, let's get this out the way, by the way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on with it. Oh, happy days. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Shout out to you, Seabass. Shout out to you, Jay Ferson. Shout out to everybody that's on the Facebook, Instagram, tick to the talk, you don't stop, into the YouTubes of the world. All right. Every time I'm out with fam, we get news, breaking news, and this morning I had to deal with the fam and everything, so everybody put family first. Put family first, man. FF or something like that in the chat. And put a 1 in the chat, so 1FF. If the audio is straight, put a 1 in the chat, and I really appreciate you. I need to go hang out with family more often then. If that's the case, and if that's the scenario, and if that's the situation for the nation, without hesitations nor deviations to this. Shout out to you, Skywalker24 on the Twitch. We live there as well. Put down if you guys now before we go into any details. First and foremost, we will all want the mental capacity of Matthew Eberflus to be all checked and okay, right? This is nothing personal. I know we gave the man a nickname and everything. We pat him on his back for what he did for us, all of the turmoil, all of the late night scratching our heads saying, how is this possible that you give up 30 points a game and all of that? We hope that all is well. And what we want from Matthew Eberflus family and beyond, Mama Flus, Daddy Flus, Son Flus, if there is other Fluses out there, is that we want y'all to take maybe a 1 to 2 year sabbatical. You done hit the lottery of life. You done got paid $4 million. None of us that's watching, I don't know y'all circumstances, I don't know y'all income, but I don't think that y'all made $4 million last season to put up this type of showcasing. So before, it's nothing personal. We just rejoicing of the simple fact that this is about to be a new life. And the next person that got to fit them shoes, they just got to make sure that they don't give up 30 points a game. They got to make sure, ladies and gentlemen, that they don't allow over 500 points, baby. And on top of that, that they are not stubborn enough to play anywhere between 95 to 97% zone. So, and that's all we said. We don't rejoice at any wrongdoings here. We're not rejoicing that he's gone. But for $4 million, man, I think that, hey, let's just be real. J. Diz can do a better job than that. Come on, Mitty. Come on.
At J. Diz $5. Well, good, they got Trashflus out. Jerry Nonsense got his sole headline and 3 minutes on ESPN.
Wait a minute.
Tired as well of the Jones family nonsense.
Hey, boy. Hey, everybody tired. I mean, choked up over here, man. Get his players out too. Yeah. Biblically speaking, I'm just gonna throw this out there. When they say clear the bloodline, they say take everything. Don't leave one behind. So make sure, Eberflus, you get the whole crew. all of the fluces and send them on. I heard Cabo right now is really good. Tulum, I heard that's a real nice place to visit. Cancun, by the way, you know, that's really nice places that you can go with $4 million. Come on, man. So the Cowboys get rid of Matt Eberflus, and I think that this was a fan fire. Let me say this again. I think that this was a fan fire. And for those who think that their voices don't matter, baby, I'm telling you, you guys' voices matter, because whenever we put out any memes, however you call it, AI trickeries of the eyes, whatever we say and we rant and we rave about our passionate opinions about Matthew Eberflus, hey, I'm going to tell you, I think that we absolutely caused the firing of Matt Eberflus. If it was Jerry Jones' way, 100%, he would have said, you know what, sometimes you slip but you don't fall. Let's run it back. Let's see if he can be the kind of caliber of guy that can impact this situation. And I failed many of times, and he started telling the story about tacos and when he met John Lennon and all of this stuff. No, I think that we said it loud enough. We continue to throw rocks at this glass house that Jerry living in. Maybe one day we're going to also be talking about Jerry Jones stepping down as the GM. And we're going to say, Jerry, around this time, Cancun is nice, Tulum, Barbados, whatever people like to go, you know, Freeport, Bahamas, man. You know, you can go there. You can go to Alaskan cruise. I heard that that's nice, you know, around the summertime. Look, I think that we can literally move this thing around in the right directions. You know, AI trickery of the eye. Paul, you know I'm crazy, man. You know I'm crazy. Yes, indeed. So we got rid of him. And I wanted to be able to say this to all of you all. Can y'all hit that like button, share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go.
Dread it.
Run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
And now it's here.
Or shall I say? I am. Verdi said, man, bump all of that. It's personal with me. I believe you, Verdi. I believe you put a lot of heart in this. Don't they? Don't we put a lot of hearts in this, man? When we lose, man, the whole city shut down. The food don't taste good. The water is terrible. I mean, the traffic gets even more packed, and it's just crazy. But when we win, it don't care if it's a half of a point. Dog, we celebrating, we popping champagne bottles, man. We getting to school late, staying work extra. We talking noise. Or if we got to go to work, we there early on time. You know, we doing a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. So we were emotionally damaged last season. Well, I can speak it that way. And they gave us 2 years of this. 2 years. Shoot. Man, back to back, man, not being able to win. It's terrible here in Dallas when you don't win. And I don't know other parts of the world, but if you're a Cowboy fan, it's terrible, man. When we don't win. Now we can dish it. We can dish it when we do win. It's hard as hell for us to change it and take it. You know, I'm just telling y'all how it is. And then we be humble sometimes. Don't we be humble? But there's another team that don't even be humble, and they be winning. And we be sitting there like, man, how in the hell is that even possible? That team can barely, look, that quarterback can barely throw the ball from me to the camera, and they be winning. We be sitting here like, man, we got to hit this. So, and when we had that tie this year, oh my, we were sitting there like, I don't know what to feel. That tie felt like a loss to us when we tied against Green Bay earlier this parts of last season, right? It was crazy. So yes, now Schottenheimer, Hootenheimer, any Hammers, MC Hammer. That's Hammer, Law. Come on, get with the program. Okay, I'm speaking to myself. Now, when we look at this, when we saying do the due diligence, due diligence. I can't talk today. Let me get my coffee. Hold on. When you do your due diligence now, make sure, ladies and gentlemen, don't take your time, but interview quality defensive coordinators, man. Don't be just running out there and just grabbing any Tyrone just to solidify the Rooney Rule. You know, picked up this high school coach or middle school coach and said, hey, Tyrone, we're going to interview you so we can solidify the Rooney Rule, and then all of a sudden we look up and then we hire somebody. Don't do us like that. Don't just take your time. And if somebody says bring back Al Harris, now Al Harris, let me just break this down. He's very passionate about DB's coach. Now, money can change a lot of things, right? But he would not have a pursuit or a plan as it relates to defensive tackle. He would not have a pursuit or a plan as it relates to defensive edge. He would not have a pursuit or a plan as it relates to linebackers and their responsibilities, and to a degree safety play. So you're going to have a lot of unknowns with Al Harris. Now, you get a lot of passion wrapped up in a bottle, but we don't know what his complete plan would be. So that's a lot of green area with Al Harris. And there will be another coach that you will have to sit back and learn on the side. That's all I'm saying. So I like Al Harris to that point. But what we've seen in 2000 and I believe 14, when he was elevated to be the assistant head coach / DB, he lamented the fact to a certain selective group of people that he was far stretched out. Now, he's a grown man just like I am. We're going to let him speak for himself. But I'm just saying, these are the things that I've heard. I think that we are too close to be playing around and experimenting, right? I think that you should go out and get a known commodity, somebody that they've been around and no defense. And that's all they've been wanting to do is to be a defensive coordinator, you know. And I'm not finna sit back and try to just get something just for namesake. Ain't that right, Cowboy Nation? If y'all want the truth, I got to deliver y'all the truth. But AI Tisha, can you let me know what happened recently on all of the updates right quick? We'll let AI Tisha get involved.
The Dallas Cowboys are actively seeking a new defensive coordinator after firing Matt Eberflus, with top prospects including Brian Flores, Vikings DC, Jim Leonhard, Broncos assistant, and internal candidate Aiden Durda, DL coach, alongside external names like Raheem Morris, Corey Undlin, and Al Harris, as the team looks for someone to revamp their struggling defense, potentially leveraging existing connections with head coach Brian Schottenheimer.
Okay, all right. So you did mention Al Harris into that mix. Aiden Durda is somebody that's been here too. As the D-line coach, you speak that different language, a guy from across the pond. Well, he don't speak, he got a different, you know what I'm saying, accent, basically. All I can say is with all of that is that just make sure you do your due diligence. Let's not rush into this, and we can start the interview processing. Request for interviews. Play that dirty bone too, Cowboys. All of those teams that do it to us, let's do it to them. When they're getting ready for the playoff time, we want to interview them, and knowing that we can snatch and get some headlines out of that, I'm thinking that will be the way. Sean Sullivan says no to Durda. All right, so I'm torn in between with the Durda thing. Granted, overall, the Seahawks are doing a good job as it relates to defense, right? They're top 3 or top 5 or something like that. But I've received too many complaints about Durda. I received too many complaints about Durda, about certain selective people that worked with him, and by this nature alone, right hand to the man, when they work with Durda, and then they scrape off all of the stuff that they did during the season, and they go work out with their personal trainer, they have to learn some techniques that they was taught by Durda. And I was sitting there like, what you talking about? Well, he's teaching improper techniques on certain things. And I'm not trying to dismiss the guy. You know, he's still young. He still could be learning and things of that nature. But I do not want that again of hearing those type of stories, right? But it's strange because the same people who said that they had to unlearn from him was the same person that also kind of like said, hey, come get him. You know what I'm saying? Come get him, bring him over to Seattle land. So it's crazy. Jim, Leon, Hart from the Broncos have ties with Shoddy. Well, Seabass, I'm definitely not going to say that. Now, I'm not going to say that. That's plausible, man. Come on, Seabass. Come on, did you absolutely type that in, man? Come on, man. Hey, man. Damn. Hey, man. All right, man. Shoot. Come on, man. Hey, boy, you wild, boy. You wild with it, man.
No surprise. Deservedly so. I certainly don't want to be saying that as holidays are over. So I don't have to be in that nice, that generous kind of mood. But in the same breath, I don't want to celebrate a human being's firing. I don't want to do that. I will say, however, it was warranted. You're giving up over 30 points a game. One of the worst defenses in all of the National Football League. And obviously, when you look at how high-powered their offense was, if you did a better job, then guess what? You know, this team might have had a shot. Worst.
I hate to say it, but that long-haired Stephen A. Smith, man, he right. You know, he right. When you look at everything, points per game, last out of 31 other teams, 32 teams altogether, dead last, 32nd points per game. Passing yardages, 251.5. The last days of Matt Eberflus, they showed him throwing the ball in practice. I said, man, I threw a joke out there and I said, man, I think that he can put up 350 yards on his DBs, man. I know it's true when you start seeing some of the players that play for the team liking it, you know, laughing it, hearting it. But yards per game, 377. At least we're not dead last there. You know, somebody worse than us. I want to know that team so we make sure that we don't get nobody on that team. But let's give it up. We're not dead last in yards per game.
Worse in points allowed, 30.1, pass yards per game, etc. Now, what I will say, however, is that it didn't help that you lost Micah Parsons before the season started. It didn't help that Jerry Jones waited right until the trading deadline, you know, to get Williams and what have you, and Logan Wilson and these guys. Jerry Jones did not help the situation, which he has admitted. Right. So the fact that he admitted that and Eberflus is still gone seems a bit shaky.
No, it don't. It seems about right. It seems about right. Let me say it again. It seems about right. That's the first line. Is omissions. As long as Jerry Jones can admit that, I would take a piece of that. And it's okay to say, yeah, it's on me. My bad. And what you're going to do about it is another thing. Because our order of operation is still the same, without hesitations nor deviations to this matter, by the way. For those who don't know, we have to make sure that we are following the orders of operations. the orders of operation. It seems as if though it's common sense, but as we know, common sense is uncommon here in certain certain sectors. I put this out just the other day. Understand this clearly. Before we declare drafting players, going after free agent guys, there's this process that must happen first. You know, the process that must happen first is get that defensive coordinator. Get the right one. 2, by the way. That's step 1. Step 2, evaluate the roster. You already have. Scheme matter. Scheme matters. Fit matters too. Fit matters. Do y'all understand that? You got to have both of them in order for it to work. You got to have both of them in order for it to work. Let me say this again. You got to have both of them in order for it to work. And let me get back to y'all. We'll break that down. Step 3. Go into this free agency with a purpose. Fill real needs based on the system. But you got to evaluate. You got to do step 2 before you do step 3. Step 4. That's the creme de la creme area. Yeah. Where you at? Where you at, step 4? Yeah, where you at? Here you go.
Oh, boy! Yeah!
Yeah! Oh, yeah. That feel good when you get drafting good. Do we draft for needs, ladies and gentlemen? Yes or no? Or do you draft best player available? Needs versus best player available. What do you do? Let me see. I wanted this interaction with you guys. Sean Sullivan says needs. You draft for needs. Nathan. Is that my guy Davies? BPA. Now, I'm going to forever say, unless you got the top 5 picks or something like that, or number 1 or number 2 overall pick, in my opinion, it will always forever be, I'm baptized with it, I done pledged it, I done crossed the burning sands of it. Man, I got it branded on my back somewhere and it's permeated in my heart. It is always from here to eternity of time with Law Nation Sports. Come on, y'all. Y'all sing it with me. BPA. BPA. Dawg, what you pledge, man? I pledged that BPA. Because therefore, if you draft for needs, you're going to get a taco. Amen. Therefore, if you're going to draft for a need, Lord, I need me a big body inside. You can't stop me for the 9-9. I got to sell 1 million copies. You're going to end up drafting an Amazi Smith. When you're looking down at when you're drafting needs, you're all of a sudden saying, I'm going to reach for a Leighton Vander Esch. Should I go on, ladies and gentlemen? Byron Jones of the world. But if you simply, just simply, trust your board, go through your board, and sign the best player available, you don't have to worry about reaching. Because when you reach, you're getting taught a lesson by teaching. And I'm telling you, the Cowboys, in order to propel themselves down the stretch, they have to open up their mental mindset to make sure they cover up all of the loose ends by the free agency period. That's the reason why I absolutely love the free agency period, because it gives you multiple chances. You got one that's on the front end of the draft, and then you got one that's on the back end of the draft. You have to make sure that you cover most of your needs via the free agency, via the off season. But when you scramble and scrape, you end up saying, man, I need a left tackle. Now, the draft will give you that. Man, I need an interior pass rushing defensive tackle guy. It will give you that. But what will it cost you to pass up on somebody else that's better? You begin to window dress your board. Now, I'm not saying for those who say, Laws, or are you saying that we are wrong because therefore when you look at somebody drafting for needs? No, I'm not saying that you can't do that. I'm not saying that even the trash can can't get a steak. I'm not saying it, and they do. But what I'm saying is that don't corner yourself into going into the draft expecting the unknown to help alleviate all of these things.
$186.10. Law, I think Quinn and William know something about the next DC. I tagged you in the post.
Ooh, where you tag me in, boy? You know I'm everywhere. Come on, man. Hold on. You tag me? Oh my God.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
All right. So what platform, Sheldrick? You're a Law 186. Law, what platform you tag me on? You know. Yeah. All right. Shout out to you, Justin Bradley. Law, would you take a Reuben Bain? Hell yeah. Now, I won't get greedy and move all the way up for him, you know. All right, so where did you tag me at, bro? On Tick to the Talk? Did you tag me on Twitter and them? On Instagram? Let me see. Yeah, let me hit my button again. Or do I have to go look for it myself? Shout out to you, David Woods. Y'all let me know where he tagged me at so I can get to it. I don't have to go search and find. Let me pull up my Twitter. Sheldrick Laws. What did he say? I'm going to my Twitter. You gotta be careful with Twitter though too sometimes. On the X. Okay, good. That's 16 hours ago. Let me see. Boom. All right, hold on. I don't see it, man. Somebody else tag me with it, man. DM it to me. Don't tag it to me. DM it, man. I get 1,000 tags, man. And I'm not high-siding. I get a lot of tags. Yeah. It's on Twitter. I'm going to just type in Quentin Williams on Twitter and it'll pull up. If I can just type in Quentin Williams. Hold on. Y'all bear with me. Yeah, because it not pulling up on me, man. Okay. Quentin. Y'all got to drop that in my DMs, man. Hold on. It goes down in the DM. It goes down in the DM. All right, hold on. Quentin Williams. All right, is it what Clarence Hill said? Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna pull this up. I love the interactive. Is this what he said right here, ladies and gentlemen? Is this it? Cowboys defensive tackle Quentin Williams with a message for Cowboy fans shortly after the news of Eberflus' departure. Young boy, never die. Okay, it's NBA young boy. But what do you say? This is just a picture. Give me something. Let me go to his. Boy, I'm clicking into the areas I don't know. What did he say? That's all he did. He said he had to celebrate. That's all he said, man. Y'all. That's all he said. He don't have the new defensive coordinator. Probably be White Cotton. Yeah. Well, at least he happy that you got the new defensive coordinator. I thought he said who he dropped the name. Yeah. The caption says, "Great things are coming. So happy to be a Cowboy." So I don't know who it's going to be. You know, what's the egg on this one, man? Bro, just trolling. But shout out to him, man. Boy, don't y'all know how crazy it is for me to open up Instagram without no cautions? All right, so basically, he's happy that Matt Eberflus is gone. Who's not? Oh, boy.
Swallow that.
Yo! Let me click off, because I got to go back to Twitter. Don't want y'all to see what's going down in the DMs. All right, so with that being said, since 2014, the Cowboys have had a former head coach to be their defensive coordinator. And with that being said, do y'all think it's going to be a former head coach to be the new DC here? AI Tisha, can you read that out for me again? Read it out.
Since 2014, the Cowboys have had a former head coach as defensive coordinator. Rod Marinelli, 2014 to 2019. Mike Nolan, 2020. Dan Quinn, 2021 to 2023. Mike Zimmer, 2024. Matt Eberflus, 2025. Do they continue down that path in 2026?
I hope not, AI. I hope not. Shoo. And yeah, Burgess says open at your own risk. Boy, they be having some stuff out there, man. They do.
Spend $10 to $15 million per player and add 3 or 1 superstar at 45.
Oh, I'd rather do the 3. Yeah, that you because there isn't some game breaker one guy that everybody's just like, oh, you got to have this guy. There isn't even that guy on the table for you. I think you just laid it out pretty nicely. You need quantity here. You need to get 3 or 4 good, solid upgrades as starters on this defense.
And then hope to draft the impact stars.
Yeah, and then you hope that, the guys that you draft, with the 12th pick, it's fair to have an expectation that guy's going to end up being a really, really good player for you. But you're in a tough situation.
Yeah, the last time we had the 12th pick, I believe, we drafted Tyler Booker. And the time before that was Michael Parsons. So that 12th pick is pretty much understandable. Rex Ryan been begging for the job. Here's my thoughts with Rex Ryan, Rob Ryan, any Ryan. Outside of D'Amico Ryan, I guess his name is Ryan. I guess he's the melanated brother of the Ryans. All I can say is I don't want him. I do not want any former Eagle blood that's over here on the Cowboys side, because Buddy Ryan, I think that when we got the Rob Ryan, that what birthed it, technically, Matt Eberflus. He was on that staff with Rob Ryan. So I don't want no Ryans, man. It's still the same scheme to a degree. And I know Rex Ryan, he talks a lot of good stuff. But I don't want him. I want somebody that's hungry. You know, I need a guy that belly touching his back, and he want to prove a point that he is better than what everybody else been as advertised. Got a super chat.
At Anthony Perry, $4,162.05.
We wish.
Shit, at this rate, just call it Black Week. Dude's getting fired Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Who next?
Shit.
Look at my African American over here.
Jeez, man. They call it Black Week. Hell yeah, give me that. You know, too much drama. Too much Ryan drama for me. Yeah, man, look, we need to have a DC. He's going to get a lot of a pub. Well, that's just how it goes. But you can't wreck the Ferrari, man. You can't wreck the Porsche. Drive within the line, man. Dramatic says, yeah, Black Week.
Situation. I mean, you've backed yourself into a corner right now. You'd love to just supplement with free agency and, here's one or two guys, cool, because we've done everything else right, but you haven't. So if you want to win in this window, which is like 2 or 3 years right now with Dak.
Wait a minute now. Hold on, man. Wait a minute, Action Powell. You know, Rex better than Swartz. Man, what you talking about, man?
All I ask.
You trolling, ain't it, Action Powell? You trolling. You come on, man. All right, Swartz, Flores, a Leon Hart. I'm going to call that man Lionheart. Leon Hart.
Then you got to say, hey, forget conventional wisdom. Our defense is disgusting, and that's our fault. And
defense is disgusting. So here's what we have right here. Let's go over the personnel. They finna talk about how much is this influence. Was this on Matt Eberflus or personnel decisions?
He had a bigger hand in their personnel than I think he talks about. His reference yesterday about, well, we lost the pass rusher. I promise you, you can scheme up pass rush line that passed their lips was put into their ears by Matt Eberflus. That's where they got it. And that's why this is what we can do, because that's what Matt Eberflus told them. Do it. Go ahead. We can scheme up pass rush. And he couldn't.
You're saying he had a lot of say in personnel.
I think that if he would have, would he have been able to block the Micah trade? No, probably not.
Yeah.
But absolutely. Kenneth Murray was his guy. He got Jack Sanborn here. He got his entire coaching staff he wanted here. He was able to have a big say in who they wanted to rotate in, what kind of guys they had. So, yeah, no, a lot of the acquisitions they made this offseason after he got here, they were his approval.
So that throws out. Do that give Jerry Jones a little immunity there? Because these were Eberflus guys. So whoever else we go grab and go hold and have them as a DC, Jerry, can you allow them to bring their own guys in? And we ain't talking about the Walmart All-Stars or the Fred and the dollar store tree guys. I'm talking about some real premium stuff, because it goes back to what I'm saying. If we on step 4, we make sure that everything should be good, because step 4, we got to go into the draft, and we can't be going backwards. We got to make sure that we moving forward. Now, y'all done beat me up when I started talking about anybody on the offensive side. Y'all beat me down. Shoot. Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys firing defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus. This according to Adam Schefter a few minutes ago. Not a shock given the way that things went on defense in Dallas this year, but it's interesting it'll be their They'll now have a fourth different defensive coordinator in the last 4 seasons. So Dallas looking to get it right on that side of the ball.
Yeah, one of them was Dan Quinn, who got elevated,
Right.
who got hired to a head coaching job, and then now we got Mike Zimmer, and now we got Matt Eberflus, and now we'll see where it goes from here. Are they the right coach? Very quickly, because I want to get back to the playoffs, but are they a good defensive coach, the right defensive coach away from turning that thing around enough to where they could be a deep playoff contender?
Absolutely. Like, that offense was one of the best in football this year.
I like that guy that's talking right there. What's his name again? Is it Fox or something like that? At least he's fair and balanced when he give his analysis. At least he give a little heat, and then he take it away, and then he bring it back a little bit. Yeah, whatever his name is. I like his assessment.
Hold it together for long enough for them to be competitive. But
I guess what I'm asking, though, is do they have the players to do it? Was this a coaching issue? Or was
Yeah, the thing about the NFL is you can turn it around pretty quickly, and everyone in the NFL is good. Not everyone is great. So, like, I think they got to nail the offseason. They got to nail the draft, nail free agency, and nail the hire, and that defense could get, because we talked about it.
I like what he said. You got to nail in the offseason. We got to nail this. We got to nail it. This is what I want. How many weeks we got into the Super Bowl? How many weeks? Normally we'd know it just like that, but shoot, it's been 30 years, 30 seasons. How many weeks we got until the Super Bowl? We got about 3-4 weeks, right? Give or take. What the Cowboys can ultimately do. We don't need to break glass and hire somebody this day. No. We don't need to say, yeah, this won't be the person that we get. What we need to do is take the time now to evaluate, to do the proper interviews, and then make this grandiose announcement after the Super Bowl of who the selector will be, or who the hire will be. Do not rush this process. This is delicate, but it's semi-rush with the sense of urgency of bringing in the right quality candidates. Do right by God too. Don't just be bringing somebody in to solidify the Rooney Rule, right? Jerry, don't call me all of a sudden say, well, Law Nation, I want to give you a shot at it for interviewing with the Cowboys. This would at least get your name out there and all of this. No, let it be genuine. Because whatever action that you have from right here, there will always be a reciprocal. There will always be consequences and repercussions if you don't do right by that said person. That's just how the nature of the world works for some strange reason. Karma, if they call it that way. Yes, I'm just saying, man, look. Be proactive. Don't be retroactive. Right,
They just got to get the mediocre on defense. They don't got to be number one defense.
And they have the front. They got this. They got the second. Yeah, they got the linebackers. It's behind.
And let me push back on them a little bit. Push back on them a little bit. Hold on.
Defense. They don't got to be number one defense.
And they have the front. They got this. They got the second. They got
to nail the offseason. They got to nail the draft, nail free agency, and nail the hire. And that defense could get, because we talked about it. They just got to get the mediocre on defense. They don't got to be number one defense.
And they have the front.
I don't like that mindset. Nope. I don't want that mindset either. Oh, we just got to be average. Nobody shoots for average. Nobody shoot for, I just want to do a good job. No. Jerry, you better be shooting for nothing but the best. When it was time to build those stadiums, the one in Frisco or the one down there in Arlington, that looked like a spaceship. You didn't send out a RFP or an RFI for the best averages out there. No. Put my music back on, man. you looked at those proposals and you did the cross analysis, you did your market research, and then you had your teams of people to make sure that the proper investments will be able to withstand. Because any shortcuts on that stadium, if they use duct tape or scotch tape and that 60-foot yard TV screen or whatever you have start falling, they're going to report back and say, hey, did you go with the best of the best? Or did you put the average? Did you try to hang the TV up yourself like Trayvon Diggs and let the pole hit you in the head? No, you went and got the best of the best, the creme de la creme. And if we're going to have a $13 billion playpen of, no, not $13 billion playpen, that's how much money you make. But if you're going to make $13 billion with a B, go ahead and give us some good stuff, man. Don't buy the Ferrari and put the cheap gas in it is what I'm trying to say. What the cheap gas is, the 87 and them, whatever the smaller numbers. I want some premium stuff in this tank, yeah. So don't shoot for average. Let's shoot for the best.
They got this. They got the second. Yeah, they got the linebackers. It's behind them.
I mean, they ranked dead last in most of the statistics on defense. So to your point, just getting a little bit better. Brian.
Sarge says a lot of head coaches got fired, but they want to talk about the defensive coordinator. I mean, it's the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Baby, Sarge, it's the Cowboys. It's the Cowboys. That's for what it is, man. Yeah. Regular is 87. Don't put 87. Don't put 87 in those fancy cars. Yeah. Fool around and buy the Mercedes, or you buy that nice little G-Wagon. You can't put the 87 in there. The Jaguar. You can't put the 87. That's what we did this season, this past season. Matt Eberflus was the 87 guys. We put in there. Looks good. Ooh, the car can get. Boy, we tried to jump on 35, car start shaking. Why the car shaking, man? Had the wrong gas in there, man. Might as well put water and sugar in there.
Brian Flores is a name that's coming up as head coach.
Behind.
I mean, they ranked dead last in most of the statistics on defense. So to your point, just getting a little bit better. Brian Flores is a name that's coming up as head coach. When you think about it, when he got to Minnesota, how bad Minnesota's defense was, and Kevin O'Connell, he improved them a ton with a lot of the same personnel that next year. I would be interested if Dallas would want to take a look at him.
And just so people know, Brian Flores' contract is up in Minnesota.
You heard when they mentioned, you heard, was it a Harlem shaking? With the backhand bounce or something like that? You know, we aging ourselves. The kids these days say Harlem shake. They don't even know where Harlem is at. But nowadays, you ever tune in to TikTok, man, you got to do all of these dancing and, you know, and shoot, shaking your head. I said, God dog, boy. Nowadays, these dances are too much, boy. Shoot. But did you notice something? Did you notice something? I hope I'm backhand bouncing right. But did you notice something? When they mention Brian Flores, somebody said, woo! Woo! Y'all notice that? When they mention Brian, woo! They start bumping around, boy. Boy, Stanky Leg and old boy the Dougie. Naysayers don't dance. All they do is lean back and lean back. Y'all remember that? Had everybody just leaning back. Boy, that dance will never be popular now on TikTok. You got too many series. Man, you gotta shoot and do all of this stuff and high five and jump ropes. I was like, God dog. And the kids be doing it with skinny leg Jades. I was like, how's that even possible? Hit the Dougie. Shoulder lean. All right. ATL stump. All right. Dancing used to just be normal back in our days. We start saying do the gator. Oh my God. That's the secret sauce. You get a song and then you make a dance move off of it, and you're a millionaire. But you notice when they said Brian Flores, how the whole room was like, yeah. If we ever mentioned Eberflus, there was never like, yeah, that dude there. All right, Anthony Perry, appreciate you.
At Anthony Perry, $4,162.05.
I wish.
IDKY Washington fired Cliff Kingsbury. JD losing his continuity now too. Hell of a fallback year. Damn.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Washington to have an epic fail. We was a coordinator away from winning this division. I know Eagles fans going to be like, nah, you lying. But, you know, we were a coordinator away.
He will be a coaching free agent, so he could go somewhere else and be a D coordinator.
He's going to be a head coach.
We'll keep a close eye on what they want.
It could happen.
Head coach.
So that's the situation in Dallas.
The situation in Dallas, boy, we're moving right along. But before we go any further, appreciate everybody, man. Hit that like button, share this content.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code LAW. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
No doubt, download Sleeper. Use promo code LAW. With that being said, when you download Sleeper, $20 from me to you is added to your account. And if you contextualize the fact with the $20 added to your account, keep this in mind. If you deposit $100, they will match up to $100 on your first initial deposit. So be sure to check out all proud partners on Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers, as well as Sleeper. Come on with it. Cowboy Nation, let's talk about this with Mickey.
Nola, good morning, sir. And what do you think about those Commanders' movings and the shakings?
Yeah, Joe Witt was Quinn's guy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was.
Whoops.
There was people thinking he should have been the coordinator here.
Oh, no. Who are those people?
Yeah, who are those people, man? Don't try to gaslight us, Mickey. Come on, man. Who are those people, man? I haven't heard or even thought anybody consider Joe Witt Jr. as the DC here. Now, Al Harris is a different story. Keep this in mind. There's been a lot of us that have been campaigning for Al Harris due to the fact before the Dan Quinn administration got here, because the turnovers of us picking the ball off started when Al Harris got here. People fail to realize Al Harris got here in 2020, not 2021. He was kept from the Mike Nolan regime, and it worked out because the kind of caliber of cover 3 defenses and stuff like that was already something that he knew well of. So let's just keep that on the real side of it. Even though Trayvon Diggs is gone and he's an op now, keep in mind his rookie season, he had, 3 or 4 INTs, and that's with a broken foot, by the way. Don't you know how much highlight tape that I could be going over right now and breaking down film and footages, even though Siobhan Revel did play on the tail end of the season? But if you can only imagine if he had at least 1 interception or 2, we've been able to go over that tape and be able to tell you some things. But we can't even tell you nothing. I think for the season, we have about 6 turnovers. INT-wise, and I'm thinking that number could be too much.
Jerry?
Well, I remember it.
He don't.
Maybe not inside the building,
Okay,
but
gotcha.
outside the building.
Okay. Yeah. They got him.
I'm interested, does have a pretty good connection with the Cowboys. That would not be a person of interest now, though, right?
No, I don't think so, since Quinn took over the defensive coordinator job of calling plays during the season.
Yeah.
That writing was on the wall.
Were you pretty stunned this morning when you saw that Eberflus was let go?
A little bit, just because of how Jerry had been answering those questions. And then no, because I actually saw him walking up the steps towards the next floor higher yesterday. I figured that wasn't a good indication.
HR.
So, yeah, when I look...
Come on, Mickey, spit it out.
Look at it. So, if I go back to Rod Marinelli in 2019, so this is now how many coordinators in 7 years? 4?
Yeah.
Yep.
And only one guy for 1 year really fixed the defense, and that was Quinn's last year.
Right.
So, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so at some point, are you making bad choices as defensive coordinator?
Well, no. Come on, man. Let me hear him out.
Or do you need to improve the personnel on defense?
Yes. I'll say that one for sure.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, if I'm interviewing for the defensive coordinator's job now, right? I don't think money would be what I'm worried about.
You're just worried about the talent aspect?
I want in my contract, you will re-sign Jadeveon Clowney. You will get me a Pro Bowl caliber cornerback. I want a real middle linebacker, and I need another pass rushing defensive end. That's all. And then,
all right, but before we go into those type of things, man, let me just say this real with y'all, and I thank everybody that's watching. Be sure to hit that like, give me hearts, give me some love, throw me some gifts and all of that stuff. I'm hearing. Am I live on TikTok? If you're on TikTok, man, let me know. Appreciate that. Appreciate everybody. Here's my thoughts of it. Yes, the track record for coaching as it relates to DC been terrible. You can argue that. But let's not put it like this. We are happy about Clowney for what he did this season. But the new defensive coordinator, he may not like what Clowney can do. He may have already worked with Clowney, and he may not like what Clowney brings to the table. So do not force a player that's already was on his team from what they did the previous year to be again on his team for this season. Let that guy come in with a clean sheet of paper. And I get it. We can bang on the table all day. Hey, Clowney. Hey, Clowney. Hey, look, I like what Clowney was able to do at 32. But he'd be 33 next season, going on 34 and whatever. I'm not saying do not take a look at it, but make sure that whatever coordinator that you get, that he may have an extra Clowney in his back pocket that he want to bring in to be the veteran leader of this team that can probably give you more productivity is what I'm saying. So I'm not clowning Clowney, or I'm not clowning what Mickey just said, but we need to stop that. Let this guy come in, whoever it may be, to do his proper evaluation of this team now, and then go into the aspect of saying, let me start off with a clean sheet of paper. That's all I'm saying. Don't shank me with the butter knife, y'all. I'm just saying, yeah, and his points could be valid.
Rushing defensive end. That's all. And then I'll sign on the dotted line.
Yeah.
But don't give me, and I just figured it out, some of the guys that were either prominent players on this defense or guys that started but not finished the season for one reason or another, meaning you weren't good, you got released, you ended up on IR, you got traded because you didn't play well. They missed a total of 89 games.
Gross.
So I know what everybody says about Flus. I get it. But he didn't have a lot to work with.
Yeah.
And if you missed that many games of guys you were counting on from the start of the season, and I didn't even add in the week before
bro, come on now, dog.
the season.
Come on, man.
How much money you think Flus gave Mickey to say that? Come on, Mickey. Come on, man. We was having a good time until you said, hey, but man, let me just call this out, man. You know, it is a situation that, you know, we missed 89 snaps or 89 players or reps or what have you throughout the course of the year. Boy, if you don't sit down somewhere and have several seats, you can't name me the people that's on the damn Vikings. And I'm not saying that because they're the Vikings. Outside of Jonathan Allen and Harris, who's like 36, 37 playing free safety. Come on, man. Come on.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Started 17 games of Parsons, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that gets us over 100. So I'll let you know what I think about the move when you tell me who gets hired.
And is this just a situation where nothing's going to change with the people who are picking some of those players? So isn't that at least part of the reason we keep going through this cycle? Because you're like, I don't know, change this guy then.
Well, did you pick the wrong guy with Trayvon Diggs?
I mean, I don't.
He was pretty good for 2 years, right?
For sure. I guess what I've started to become concerned with, and we've talked about this, it's hard to figure out like who really loves the game and will do whatever it takes to win versus who loves the money, who loves the spotlight. And I guess I've become concerned with some of the contract extensions that have been given out without fully understanding who loves football and who doesn't.
All right, so I do love this debate right here, and I know he's not gonna debate him on this. I mean, it's come with the territory as far as business. Like, we knew Trayvon Diggs had a record of being a chauvinist a little bit, just being a prima donna just a little bit, you know, come to the sideline with the chains on the neck, with the diamond grills in his mouth or what have you, having a plethora of women, right? We knew that part of it. The man is a player, man. I think he got 7 to 8 kids. I'm just playing. I don't know. But we know what Trayvon Diggs do, right? That's old news. But then on the flip side, you got Deron Bland, who's a model citizen, man. I'm talking about a lot of people in the chat right now who have a girl that's around the age of Bland. You'd be like, hey, I want you to date him, you know? Because he's a model citizen. He rarely talks. You don't catch him outside or what have you. And he got his money, got his bag, got $92 million, right? I think it was only like $5 or $6 million short of what Trayvon Diggs got. And he played like garbage, you know? And that's just how it goes, unfortunately. That's the price of doing business, man. There's no special lenses that you can look at and say, hey, pay this guy, don't pay this guy. Pay this guy. So it's always going to be that. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. And Jerry Jones, he going to get the blows regardless, because at the end of the day, it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. That's just the price of doing business. And at least with the Deron Bland, in good faith, he paid that man early and it didn't work. It just didn't work. Hopefully, there's still life left for him to continue to play on that contract. And if you get the right defensive coordinator in, you can see the fruits of your labor. Bland did lamented the fact that, hey, I played on a bad foot all season. And and it hurted me out there on the field. It hurt my skill or it hurt my play out there on the field is the best way to say it. So, unfortunately, that's just what we got to go through. We can either take his word for it or not. Where y'all at on Bland? I just want to know, man. Are y'all out on Bland? Because at the end of the day, man, once your feet bad, man, as a DB, everything going to be bad. Feet, toes, knees, shins, anything lower body extremities is going to be bad. Yeah. And I tell people this all the time. When you were here in Dallas, right here in this beautiful city and state, when you play hurt, when you play when you hurt and you play through pain, that's not a trophy for that, because people want you to play regardless at your highest of the highest.
Well, I didn't see anybody disagree with Diggs, right?
Right.
He was pretty good for 3 years.
I agree with that. I didn't have an issue with the Diggs extension.
All right, but a lot of these guys here that I'm looking at that missed were not extended. Bland was extended. He got hurt. All right? You can't figure that out. He kind of loves football.
Yeah. Maybe was he good enough to get that deal? Was Osa good enough to get that deal?
Yes, he was, until he had the foot injury, right? And now he needs another surgery, put a bigger screw in the foot.
Ooh.
At Jason Barnes W2C $20.
Shout out
What's
to you.
good, brother-in-law? Give me the DC at the University of Miami. Someone young, hungry, and ambitious, and team him up with Shotty similar to how he plucked from college last year. He has that energy, bro, and is a dog.
I mean, we won technically, 3 Super Bowls from a guy from Miami, because we're going to add that third one, and that was Jimmy Johnson, right? I've heard the cries for that coach. Who was the first person? I forgot the first person who tried to put me up on him. I think it was Darius. Shout out to you, Darius. Would that be a situation for the Cowboys to hire a coach like that? Hell yeah, I would love to have that energy. Right? I think that a third of us would love to see some type of energy on the sideline. Not these plastic faces of sitting there watching while the score being ran up 20 points, 30 points, and nobody have no emotions. That kills me every time. If that can be situational. Now, here's the thing. Would you, if you had a choice or an option, Jim Schwartz or the Miami Hurricanes defensive coordinator guy here with the silver and blue and star of the helmet, would you rather do that? Or if you have Flores, would you rather do that? Because it's going to go back to this right here.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns, things we don't know that we don't know.
You can experiment with here's my choice right here, and I'm being 1,000 with y'all. That got about, and I'm not putting timetables on a man's career here. I'm not doing that. But as far as his contract value wise, he got about 2 to 3 years. And as far as this window, I'm not saying we got a 10-year window, 5-year window. I'm saying that, this window, in my opinion, is about a 2 to 3 year window. It's not a big old balcony of windows here. Stop playing around with your food. You already got one experiment with Brian Schottenheimer. Let's not do 2 of them all at once. Let's go ahead and get a known commodity on defense, and then we just focus in on all of that other stuff after we done won a Super Bowl or something, right? Within that 2 years of window. Because that would be the possibility if you bring in somebody that can get you about a top 5 defense or a top 3 defense, which that is not guaranteed too. It's hard. The NFL is a hard league. But I don't want nobody else learning on the job, man. I just need somebody that already know where to go. Now, if this was a younger team, if we fool around 2-3 years later, and if we want to start all over, we can do that then, but not right now. Aren't we tired of retreads, though, JB? You right. Yeah, that's a conundrum, man. Just don't put the 87 gas off in there, man. But I'm just greedy right now. I'm greedy with the experience side of it. Flores, Swartz, Morris, to a point before we get the guy from Miami Hurricanes and things. Reach out to the Leon Hart guy. You know what I'm saying? Just bring him in.
Fifth metatarsal.
Oh, man.
They didn't spend a lot injury, right? And now he needs another surgery, put a bigger screw in the fifth metatarsal.
Oh, man.
They didn't spend a lot to get Elam, right?
Right.
That was supposed to be a depth guy because they were hoping Diggs was going to be ready to start. They were probably hoping Revel would have been ready sooner. And this is not being cold-hearted, but Nealon ended up missing 10 games.
Yeah.
Wrong guy? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that one's tough.
Damn, man, you could have left that one out, Mickey. I mean, I get what he's saying, and he kind of preempted by saying he's not trying to be cold-hearted. But that's not going to be a campaign strong enough for us to say let's keep Matt Eberflus because 9-4 passed away, and y'all let me know what the NFL do with like his salary and how that implements or impact the salary cap. If anybody got any literature on that, so I won't be speaking off kilter. Do they kind of like waive that? Yeah. But this is the gas. Let me pull this up. This is the gas we're looking for, though. By the way, not the 87, not the 89, but we're looking for that 93 gas. Well, we had that premium gas in 9. What did we do in 19 of 93, by the way? Can somebody let me know what happened in 93 with the Cowboys? So it's ironic that the 9-3 gas is what we're looking for. We did something in that year, Come on. No, Queso says Rex and Rob Ryan. No way. None of the Ryans, man. Not even Nolan Ryan. I don't want a Ryan. No way. My brother named Ryan.
Now, you can make
Ryan.
A case for Mozzie Smith, but they didn't expend they didn't extend him, right?
Right.
DeMarvion Overshone, wrong guy. Couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah.
Kalen Carson was pretty good his rookie year in training camp, and then when he got hurt, he missed 9 games. So when you add all that stuff up, I don't know what scheme you wanted to play.
Excuse me, what round was Carson drafted? It's not like he was a first or a second round draft pick now. Come on, man. And Carson's, I never seen him play well with the number 21. He was good. He was okay when you had the 41, you know what I'm saying? Come on with it.
To fix this defense that was historically bad, right? Somebody's got to play. Somebody got to
coach.
Now, did you sign some of the wrong guys in free agency?
Yeah.
To kind of fill some depth spots?
Maybe so.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah. Carson was a 5th round draft pick. So you mean to tell me that we hitching our wagon to a 5th round draft pick to make the differences on this team? See, there goes to show you. When I talk about when you look at the draft, see, the draft's supposed to supplement what you already got going, right? It's supposed to be like you eat your good food and you take the supplements, and that's what the draft's supposed to do, Man, hey, man, you low on B12, man. I'm finna take my supplements. That's what the draft's supposed to do. But what we do is we lean on the draft. Now, granted, draft and developing, yes, every now and then, every 2 or 3 years, you're supposed to have somebody that you raised up from the draft to be a critical part of your foundation. But when you start to lean so much on a 20-year-old, a 21-year-old, a 22-year-old as a team, and if you're not striking on those things, and if you're picking always on the back end, if you're not picking on the first and the second, I'm talking about literally with the draft picks, 9 times out of 10, you're not getting the premium stuff, man. Chris says Uber Eats better than Eberflus. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. Ferguson and Osa shouldn't have been re-signed. Both of those boys, there was a knee-jerk resigning, and damn it, you're right. Both of them guys, Osa's my guy. Shoot, kudos and credence with him, man. We did the turkey drive. We fed over 700, 800 people. Shout out to Osa. But if you really want to say that his contract got in the way, nah, I don't think his contract got in the way. But his productivity wasn't warranted for what he got. And here's the thing, and I'm not beating him up, but what I'm saying is, who else flourished on this defense? You can't find me somebody outside of Jadeveon Clowney, right? And Quentin Williams, he came too late for us to say any qualifying potentials of what he did last season was like eye-opening, you know. Outside of the fact that I guess since he came to the team, if we want to chop up some stats to prove that you're right, you can always do that. I said, hey, man, well, we got Quentin Williams here. We became the #1 team on stopping the run on defense. But if you look at the tape and just not look at the stats, let me just say this 1,000,000%. Why run the ball for 3 yards and I can throw that hole for 30? Excuse me, I had to put that in like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just for what it is. Teams said, why we even try to run? I can literally just drop back, close my eyes, and say to Allah, you know, and the ball will be received from my receiver. Every single quarterback that we played outside of Fields, Hurts to a degree, and some other quarterback I could think of, I think Geno, done had an all-star type of performance against us.
You know, but you just didn't have a true middle linebacker. I don't think Kenneth Murray was a middle linebacker.
Yeah.
But you had him playing middle linebacker, right?
Yeah.
And so that's another need I need, a real middle linebacker. I see where, you know, Eric Kendricks didn't play all season. San Francisco signed him late because of injuries, and now the guy's got to start in the first playoff game for him because their second middle linebacker is out with an injury.
I mean, that's what we were saying, right? All offseason. Josh Johnson, Josh Johnson did a good job. Jacoby Brissett did a good job. Yeah, all of those boys. Only people, Fields didn't do a good job. Hurts, the second visit, didn't do a really good job. First visit, he was hurting us, you know, with his legs. And then Geno, whoever the Raiders quarterback. Everybody else, man, they was dealing on us, boy.
Now, he was pretty good. Pretty good leader, and leader on the field of the defense. So, yeah, I just think they were, from a personnel standpoint, pretty shorthanded defensively for all those reasons. Either the wrong guy, injury, or a guy didn't want to play.
All right, so that sounds like a sob story on your friend being cut or fired on his day off. I don't want to live with that possibility of mine. Shout out to Mickey Spagnolas, man, but, you know.
At Son of John $2,750.10. We have witnessed Emperor Jerry Palpatine use his Sith power, choking Captain Eberflus for not employing all of the Empire's tools at his disposal, in spite of players. The next captain. Watch out.
The next captain. Watch out. Well, what I like to do here is, before we go any further, let's just put a boot to it.
Brunt Workwear. Let's not work in pain, but let's work in comfort. And I'm talking about quality comfort. Brunt Workwear brings you that element of comfort, stability, and also durability. With Brunt, your number one workwear out there in the field, built to last, built to survive, and also leaves you with style and grace. So visit bruntworkwear.com and use promo code LAW and pick up you a pair.
Yeah, be sure to pick up you a pair of the best boots in the business. bruntworkwear.com/LAW. Visit that website. All of the information and details is in the description box. So be sure to give your work boot a good boot with bruntworkwear.com. Appreciate y'all. /Law Nation. Get over 40% off of your next purchase. And that is brought to you by Eberflus, a big boot to the backside up out of here in Cowboys land. So what we're going to do is open up the phone lines and get y'all thoughts and opinions of everything. I am cookie cutter pressure for time. We do have the Cowboys Collective tonight. Want you guys to all tune in, be ready to hear Foots, Skywalker Steel, and your number one beat writer in the world, John Machota. I call him Machine John Machota. And also me, I'll be there too. Let me pull this up right quick so that you guys can follow the link to take you there. Be mindful that this show will be on and popping in about 4 hours. Give me 1 second here, and boom, 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 boom. Here we go. Yeah, I thought I would be able to pull it up. Hold on. Boy, I'm giving y'all terrible analysis right now. Hold on. Dallas Cowboys Collective. And let's see if it pulled up that way. There we go. Boom. Here we go. We in there, baby. We are in there. As they say, take me through there. Boom, here we go. It will be starting, and that's the link. Go ahead and grab your seat, hit the notification bells and all of that. Cowboys Collective tonight. Collectively speaking, we should be in a better situation than what we were last season. This is a new season for us, but before we go into the phone lines of being opening, I love this topic right here. And let me see if I can pull this up because it's something we really want to talk about. Boom, boom.
Always have George Pickens on this team or Max Crosby?
I'm taking the pass rusher. I mean, we've seen this year what life is like without a pass rusher. We've seen Dak have a lot of success offensively and have top 5 offenses without George Pickens, and we think they can move the ball and score without George Pickens. They got to be able to stop somebody. They haven't been able to stop anybody. You know, it was a huge mistake from the beginning when Jerry Jones emphasized a run stop over pass rusher in a passing league. But now you got your run stoppers. Now it's time to get a pass rush. You have to be able to get to the quarterback.
Next year.
Chat, where y'all at? Chat, where are you guys at? I need to know, I want to know, I got to know where you guys are at as relates to the two. Me, I'm trying to get 2. I'm trying to get Max and a Pickens. I think it can be possible. I'm trying to get both of them. But if you had that choice, where are you at? I'm trying to get both of them. Sign Pickens today. I'm trying to get both of them, man. I think that Max is kind of upset with the Raiders. The Raiders are looking at him differently. I think that the Raiders, they could utilize, they finna draft Mendoza. And they finna draft Mendoza, right? I think that that's where they're going to go. They're going to draft the quarterback. They're going to need more outside weapons. I like their tight end. We can throw them, we can throw them Jalen Tolbert. Mingos, right? Throw in some options of some draft capital too. And get it going. Pickens is not getting $40 million though. Pickens good, but he. Let me just say that. Let me say this though. Pickens is good, but he's over the course of the season. And I hope Pickens, man, Mama Pickens, Daddy Pickens, Tupac Pickens, and all of the Pickens, Carl Pickens, all of them. He's not on that tier with Jamar Chase, with to a degree, Lamb. And even though we argue with each other, people saying that he's better or what have you, but he's not on that upper epsilon. He's literally on that tier for sure. With T. Higgins in them. And granted, I think that with Pickens, this is my thought originally. Give him a twin contract of what CeeDee Lamb received. It would kill all of the egos. They make the same money, and that would be the option. I would try to, and get granted, keep in mind, CeeDee Lamb contract is dated now. It's about going on 3 years. Going on to his 2 years, 2 seasons he played with that contract. Is going into his 3rd season. So I would give him a twin contract of what Lamb received. I would sit down with his agent, hear him out, and say, hey, this is my offer. Hey, you can go back and forth with the media. You can go back and forth with my pricing. But if you want to be here, this is what we can offer. It's more money than what AJ is getting. It's more money than what Brandon Ayuk is getting. I put you in that tier. That's a good wide receiver money. Now, if you start to want like 45 and 50 and reset the market, man, we got other teams you can go to for all of that. But that's just the price of doing business at this point. That's just for what I would do. Granted. I know emotions, and everybody want to be the best, and everybody want to get the money that can establish that. But either you can have a type of kind of caliber season. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. If he put up his best numbers ever that he ever had in his career, this was only off of a Costco sample size. Can you imagine what year 2 would look like? We can blow those monies out of the water. For your next contract, it's not like he's 28, 29. How old Pickens is again? He's still young. Pay GP anywhere between 30 and 32 million for a 3-year deal. Yeah, he can get right back into the market still at his prime. For those who want to contextualize it, we didn't get doggone Terrell Owens here in Cowboys uniform until he was 32, 33. That's how old Terrell Owens was. So think about all of the life that he got left on his contract. And I'm not saying that GP is Terrell Owens, right? Like dude, he's 24. I read an article about 5 or 6 years ago that the human brain, especially in male adults, is not finished developing until you're 25. Meaning that he got a whole nother year of developing in his brain. That's crazy. So his brain is not even developed yet. Jonathan Gannon for defensive coordinator. I think that there's a lot of people trolling for that, and nobody's banging the table for Jonathan Gannon. Come on, man. I think you're trolling, Yes, indeed. Why not? I don't know why we paid Ferg. Hey, Ferg is the mystery. That was the guilt pay for not paying Parsons and going back and forth with the Parson thing. I figured that they do that all the time, and we did that before. Cowboys we are a very emotional team. But if you driving from work and somebody T-bone you, or even if you are at work and you slip and fall and you land on your back, but don't just sit there, look up, because you can get up and call these people right here.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first. Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
That's 817 in every 3 or 214 in every 3. You can dial. Franklin Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. Backed by a combined of 100 years of experiences here. Combined, not individual. But please be sure to reach out to our proud partners, Franklin Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. My hotline for your mind is 657-390-7391. Now, if you can't dial the Frenkel Firm number, or Franklin Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers number, just visit frankelfirm.com. Come on. 657-390-7391. Come on. Only the ones that down for Come on.
Had some more friends like my brothers, I can't trust it all. Same ones in your corner, wanna see you fall. Now I only need a
boy. I'm about to say, sure, give me an early exit. Nobody called in. All right, I got James from Jersey, though, from the 862. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
Man, first of all, I want to just say, Lord, continue to keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy what you do. Okay, I'm going to get right to the point. One of the biggest problems I see that we have is that if you ever played checkers, if you ever played chess, and you got your rook, you got your knight, you got your queens, you don't take your pawn and use that as a knight, because you can't. What I'm saying is that sometimes they pick these kids out of college and they put them in different positions because they felt as though they get another position. If you are a cornerback, you stay as a cornerback. Now, granted, you might have problems, because we always have those problems when a regular, like one of the person might get injured. Right. You might need that person there for that particular time. But you don't take them out of their island. They never took Reeves out of his island. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, when you pick somebody for that position, let them not. They came and you picked them for that position. Like, we could talk about Guyton. He should have said that, was it right tackle, right guard?
Yeah, he played right tackle.
Come on. You need to leave the people where they are. Now, granted, I understand you want to be able to have somebody who you can actually move around.
Facts.
In the case of, and I'm going to let you go, in case of, now I can't think of his name.
I got one
that we got.
I got one for you. Fred Warner, he was drafted to be a safety by the 49ers. But they had a guy named D'Amico Ryan who saw something in him, his physicality, his cerebral approach, and they converted him from a safety to a linebacker, and he's been at that spot. So what that means is two things. That one, you can draft guys and move them, but for two, you better have a damn coach that know how to do it, right?
Absolutely,
and you just can't do it on a whim. So the whole notion with Bland, we all know that he played better under Al Harris, because former player who played the game just like D'Amico Ryan, former player who played the game, they can see things. They can see things, and then they know how to really tap into the mental mindset and get these guys with proper technique. So I have no ill wills of drafting somebody and moving them, but if you do that, just make sure you got a coach that can understand that. But go ahead.
That's you absolutely right. But my thing is, and I stick by it, I never played the sports, but I always went. I've been a Cowboys fan since '75. I'm a old school.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
the issue was Bland. Bland should, to me, I think he should be more not of a cornerback. I think he needs to be more of I can't say a linebacker, but
a slot inside, with two-way goals.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely. So that, to me, that's more of his speed. And because of the injury he had with his, I think it was his leg or his ankle.
His foot, they're going to have to put another screw up in there. That's what Mickey just said a few seconds ago. They're going to have to put another screw in there, a bigger screw, to alleviate whatever's going on. So
they got to switch over. Right.
Yeah.
So, and that's my thing. I mean, I hear exactly what you're saying is correct. But if I'm hiring somebody to be a quarterback, he's going to be a quarterback.
Facts.
He's going to be a running back. You got to at least let them. From what I was listening to the college kids when they get interviewed, the first thing they say, they didn't realize how fast the NFL is, and I can understand that at one point.
Right.
Because they have to adapt a whole different lifestyle. A whole different lifestyle.
They do.
From rules and everything. But my thing is that I don't know who we're going to get as a defense coordinator. I don't know. I mean, I really would like Al Harris. I really would. But we just got to see what happened. And like you said, I've been listening to you when you came on this maybe about an hour ago. I think it was about an hour. And I've been listening to you. And you've been putting up a lot of facts. But I just want to say that I appreciate listening to you. Keep doing what you're doing. And I'll probably be around to check out the Four Horsemen.
Man, appreciate you, man.
Unless there's a lady involved.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Even though the season's over, listen, I'm a Cowboy fan, like I said, since 1975, and I will not change. I don't care if they never win a game ever again. I bleed blue, and when you look at me, I'm a star. I shine so much, I give you glaucoma. That's all I can tell you.
No doubt, man. That's James from Jersey, man, from the 862. Great call. Think about this. And the college life is fast. But for those who don't understand, those who get drafted, only 1.6%. Not even 2% of all of the colleges get drafted.
At Anthony Perry, $4,162.05. Got a lot of respect for Law. He an OG in this game, and that's commendable and admirable. Keep going, big dog. Even an Eagle fan can recognize game.
Oh, man. Hey, man. Appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're an Eagle guy, I got a song for you, man. It goes like this. Cry, Eagles, cry to the land of misery. Come on, sing it with me. Cry, Eagles, cry. Shout out to you, Perry. All love and respect to you, man, and all of the beaks that you got over there in the feathers. But what I'm getting at is that only about 250 to 260 guys get drafted every year. That's a small number. That's less than 2% of all of the colleges that we know. Your chances when you get to the pros, that now that all of a sudden you going up against the creme de la creme, supposedly the best, and I didn't calculate the numbers that we can see as far as the undrafted class. So what I'm getting at is that when you transfer from college to the pros, there's a very steep learning curve. Very steep learning curve. So you may look good coaching in college, but when you get to the pros, it's a whole, you be like, God, no, he got that. Yeah, because out of college, he was one of the best of the best. He may be very sus here. But just for example, Schoonmaker, Michigan, he'll be a legend if he went to my Jackson State. If Schoonmaker would have went to my Jackson State as the tight end, he would have broke probably all of the records. No offense to my team at Jackson State, but it's just how it is. But Schoonmaker on the pros, shoot, you like, who? School ain't schooning, right? But I got the 972, and then I got $100,000. with the plan. But 972, you're live on the nation, man. Talk to me, man.
Hey, what's going on, Law?
Not much, bro.
Hey, man, listen, man. I just want to piggyback on the last caller. I've been a Cowboy fan for a long time in my life too, man. And we're gonna go through some struggles. We're gonna go through some good days. You know what I'm saying? And eventually we'll probably get to that promised land where we need to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm tired, man. I've been a subscriber for yours for 39 months, man.
Wow.
I be so mad sometimes, man. I don't even pay my subscriber back because I be so pissed. I'm tired, Lo. Like, dang, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love listening to your content because you bring so much good to us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because when you mad, we mad. When you won't change, hey, man, the nation won't change with you, Lo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, but hey, this just to go out to all the fans that we be hurting, and we just can't. We watched the game, even though that last game we watched, bro. You know, we didn't win, but we watched it because we are true fans, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? The bottom down in our heart, bro. We were really ready to bust our TVs, cry, get mad at somebody. A true fan.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't lying, bro.
And look, and I just want to say this, and I'm gonna let you go on and finish up your show, man. Hey, your content going. Like I said, I'm picking back off the other guy, man. You have great content. Keep it going, bro.
Appreciate
you.
You
are
man.
the number one. You the number one, bro, out here, man.
Hey, man, I like them flowers, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, bro.
Yes, sir. And this your boy David Woods, man.
David Woods, let me lock you in, Dave. Hold
man.
on.
This David Woods, man. You shouted my name out earlier.
Okay.
But I was headed to a funeral of a family, so I had to jump on and jump off real quick. I said it in the chat.
No doubt, man. I hope all is well, man. Condolences out to the people, man.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you, man.
Oh yeah, yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, indeed, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. That man been following. He been paying good money for 1,187 days. Yeah, 39 months. That's a long time, man. That's 3 years and some change, by the way. You know. So shout out to David Woods, man, for being there and especially for that long and length of time. And I get it. I see, you know, when we lose, yeah, it do hurt. It hurts. It hurts the pocketbook, man. The dedication, the support line goes away. The subscription services, it disappears. All right? You take it out on me like, no, can't stand this, brother. But I have a job and a responsibility to do. And I work for you all, even though I'm not checking in when I'm supposed to on certain occasions. But I work for you all. And that's what it is. So y'all can boss me around all you want, man. It just goes with it. I talk back, though, you know. Yes, indeed. But at the end of the day, that's why I was trying to work on different projects about 2 or 3 years ago, and I realized, man, Cowboys, it never dies. Like Law Nation Sports supposed to service all sports, not just Cowboys. But my heart is where it's at right here. It's Cowboys, right? And the money is there too, by the way. I'm not finna cookie cut it and cut it up and say, nah, it's not. But it's a lot of money talking Cowboys, right? And when you try to deviate and go to somewhere else, people say, hey, what this is about the Cowboys. So y'all only seeing a piece of law. Y'all not seeing all of the things that I'm capable of doing, by the way. You know, I'm a financial analyst, man. I'm an investor. I try to invent stuff. I'm moving things around. I'm a dad, you know. I mourn the loss of my loved ones just like y'all do, you know. And it's difficult every day. So I try to be transparent. I try to shield off a lot of things, but that's just for what it is. That's why these shows be 3-4 hours long. I need to be jumping in here. The algorithm be telling me, and the analytics and AIT should be all saying, hey, your live's supposed to only be 45 minutes to an hour. Let me know if I stay longer than my time's supposed to be, right? So I have to make shift and tell sponsors, hey, there's times that I'm going to just be genuinely myself. I got to have my own unique voice. If not, then why am I doing this, right? So just to give y'all some background, you ain't going to get all of this ingredients, man, from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? I'm just designed to talk about this. And shout out to Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. and Sleeper, right? And all what y'all do by supporting the links and stuff that I put out there, right? And if you don't have, like, I get it. We may be, let me just give another conversation to y'all before I let the next caller on 100 grand. You don't have to financially give to the nation. And I'm not saying that I financially is well secured. But what I'm saying is there's no cost to you to hit that like button. There's no cost to you to hit that shared icon, to drop this into your community chats. There's no cost to you. You can spam it all over everywhere if you support the nation. Win, lose, or draw, you know. We'll have 1,000 people in here if we talking about going into the postseason. So, yeah, my whole ideology is that I want us to win. When we win, we all win, right? When the Cowboys win, we all win. So yeah. Ice Cold said 3 hours is the show minimum. I know. I be looking back, man. They be like, hey, I be telling my loved one, I'm going to be live about 10 to 15 minutes. They be looking at me like, because just as entertaining that I am here, I'm entertaining in the real physical form. So people be like, hey, I want to be entertained. But it's neither here nor there, man. I got my guy from the 201. You live, dog. Talk to me, man.
Big Booty Judah. Yeah, it was good.
Wait a minute. What you doing, man? What you doing, Twig? You talking about Big Booty Judah.
Hey, man. Hey, Instagram wild, boy.
Oh, my gosh, boy. You in that algorithm, boy. Shoot. I was out in public one time. Yeah, I was at the football game and somebody looking over my shoulder and I pulled up my Instagram. I said, hey, man, this is not me. I'm just trying to look up something.
That's algorithm, man. I got nothing to do with that. I don't know what's going to show up.
Financial donation for the nation.
Shout out to you, DP. Thank you for the financial donation for the nation. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, 100 grand, man. Instagram is like that. My TikTok is not like that, though. But Twitter is, or the X app.
Yeah,
they be
Twitter
trying to get
wild too. Twitter wild too. Twitter wild.
That and
you'll come up
and
on
Facebook.
a video on Twitter.
Facebook
You'll
stories.
come up on a video on Twitter.
Yeah.
Facebook stories wild too, but on Twitter you'll come up on a video real quick. You'll
My
get
God,
X videos.
Man. I was literally on my Facebook trying to check out what happened to my blue verification. I was going back and forth because ever since my Instagram got sniped, they took my blue verification from my Facebook when they try to make everything.
That's connected.
They're connected, but wait a minute, I got the blue on the Instagram, put it back on my Facebook. You know, they scrambling and scraping. So I pull up my damn because I got a mirror screen. I had a mirror with the tech guy. I pull up my damn Facebook, and you know the stories. I'm listening like they have cheeks just bouncing everywhere like basketballs, man, and like they're having a water balloon fight. And I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. I told the little whoever the person is on the other side, I said, hey man, that's not me. That's the stories. Hold on, I got another super chat.
$2,750.10. Shout out to you lot. I try to come from a perspective with Jerry being kinda comical with the Emperor SW bit, but, in all seriousness with Jerry, he has the ability to do anything, except play with God.
You ain't lying, son of John. Man, I'm going to break that down. Yes, indeed. But what you got for me, 100 grand? Appreciate you, son of John, though, by the way.
Man, listen, man. It's both, man. It's the coach, and we need better players, man. We need both. It's the coach, and we need better players, man. We need a coach. It don't matter if a player goes down, the coach can still coach. That's the type of coach we need. We don't need a coach where he got every player and he good to go, but once somebody goes down, the offense is done.
Yeah.
Like the same thing with Schottenheimer, right?
Yeah.
Guys went down, right? But the offense was still scoring.
Right.
You got to give Schottenheimer some props for that. Everybody talking about Schottenheimer, I don't know, You got to give that man props for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the past with Mike McCarthy, guys went down, and guess what? We were done.
Yeah.
So you got to give him some props for that. And everybody saying, Mike Schottenheimer, man, got to there is no standing up when you got Jerry Jones making the decisions. He can't say, hey, defensive coordinator, what are you doing? He can't say that. He got to beat around the bush.
Man.
He got to and the coach, what I don't like is, if you remember during the season,
right?
Every game, let's say we lose a game, we got another winning opportunity. The next game, we got another. Stop that shit. That pissed me off. Stop this. We got another winning opportunity. No, we lost. We need to get it together, and we need to stop playing.
Yeah.
He needs to stand on the table and start talking like that. Stop with this. We got 17 opportunities to win.
Yeah.
You're right. But when we start losing and those opportunities start to get low, when you going to stand on the table and say, let's go? Stop, baby. And I think that comes from Jerry Jones. You just said trying to get the defensive coordinator.
Straddling the fence. Yeah.
You said, if we get that defensive coordinator from Miami, he fire and all this and that. He ain't gonna be that in Dallas.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna be like that in Dallas until that. So I understand you saying, I don't like guys on the sidelines just staring, and they can't show. Well, if you listen to the sounds of the sideline, they do show emotion. They do show emotion.
Yeah. White cotton do. Yeah.
If you watching on the TV screen, you're not gonna see that. But if you watch sounds of the sideline, those boys are talking. So that's two different. They are talking on that sideline, Law.
Right.
It's just they don't show it on the TV screen.
Mm-hmm.
They're focusing on one player with the days. But the sounds of the sidelines don't be like that.
Right.
Granted, we all would say, let's see the sounds of the sideline when we lost the game. I agree. I want to see that too, but they're not going to. They're not going to do that.
What they did try to implement it this season.
Yeah.
That's due to the voice of us. And they did the cinematic. You know, have you ever seen the cinematic views? They do it whether or not we win or lose. And I forgot the guy's name. His name is Jason. And he said that was heard from us, and he works for the Dallas Cowboys. They have nice, man. I'm talking about a nice camera to shoot that, though. I got a chance to see some of it. We may see some floating around because he personally came out when we did the OSA thing. But shout out to you, Jason. I ain't going to tell you your whole government name, but y'all can Google and all that stuff. But what I'm getting at is that, we would like to see passion as it relates to like their post games and stuff like that. But I get what you're saying though, that they can't do it because it's probably be looked at as something that you can get fired from, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
So
when you passionately speak out, either you can win the crowd over or you can lose everybody. And it goes all the way back to what's the black coach name? May he rest in peace. He was like, we let him off the hook. Yeah, he was pissed off at that game.
Yeah. I remember him.
But he was saying.
They used to always say that clip. They used to always show that.
Yeah. I forgot his name, man, but Green or something. But he was like, man, we try to do this, but we let him off the hook. What you want me to say? But I love it. I love it, but I hated it.
Think about
they
can do that on different teams.
Yeah.
You can't come to the Cowboys and do that. Not in Cowboys. Other teams, you can be passionate. You can talk. Dan Campbell ain't going to work in Dallas. You know why? Because he can't go to the podium and say, we going to bite kneecaps off and all this and that. He can't do that.
They said Dennis Green was his name. Dennis Green. May he rest in peace. Yeah. Okay. Back in the day. I forgot what team.
Rest in peace.
I forgot what team, but I think he played against the Bears or something. And they was winning, and then all of a sudden they lost. Right. Yeah. He said,
right. You can't do that. And because, when CD show passion, what Cowboys Nation say? Here go the diva. Here go the diva. You call him out to be a diva. You call him out to be, he mad at Dak and, he yelling at Dak. So when the Cowboys players are passion, you turn it against them and say they're this and they're that.
Right,
you don't say that that's passion. But if Tom Brady yelled and screamed, Tom Brady shows passion. Dak Prescott yells and screams at somebody or say, get your act together. Y'all turn it and say, against each other. They don't like each other. It's a beef going on. You see what I'm saying? So how can the Cowboys show passion when y'all turn it negative every time, Cowboys Nation?
I feel you,
because
man.
that's what y'all do. It's the truth. Y'all do that shit.
Well, point taken, man. You got me on that one. I'll bag back just a little bit. Just a little bit now. I ain't saying you won off of that topic matter, but what I'm saying is,
I won. Just get it, folks. I won.
You want a cookie?
I put BTA to War Nation.
Oh, look at my African American over here.
Look at my African American won the grand with the plan. He won. You won. Goddamn. Yeah, what else you got for me, then?
That's it, man. That's it. That's all I got, man. I'm out of here. I'm gonna take my win and go home.
You gonna take your win and go home. My African American friend. I won the grand. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bud. Let me hear you say it. Let me hear you say it. Yeah.
How about them Cowboys, man? 2026. Let's go.
Let's go, man. Yes, indeed. He won. He shot the BB gun.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Okay, he coached the Vikings and the Cardinals. I remember his name. I remember his last name. I couldn't think of his first name. So Dennis Green. I think it was the Cardinals versus the Bears that season that he said, we let him off the hook, you know. Yes, indeed. All right, the next caller I have, I'm going to give y'all the rundown. I got the 909, then I had the 607. Hey, Lou, hold tight. But from the 909, what's on your mind? Donnie, talk to me.
Hey, Law, how are you?
I mean, all is well, man. Can't complain. What you got for the nation today?
Today, Law, this is a good day for Cowboy fans. I'm hoping that this is a continuation of how the Cowboys do business. You know, I'm talking about recent business.
Right,
you know,
right.
Getting a guy like George Pickens, trading for Quentin Williams. Because normally when they do fire, whether it be a coach or whatever, they wait.
Right.
And they wait until all the good coaches are bottled up or gobbled up, and then they got to search or pick someone from the gutter.
Right.
But the fact that they jumped on this, I never believed that 10 to 12 day stuff. Matter of fact, Clarence Hill said he don't know where that came from. He thought it would happen either today or tomorrow, so it happened today.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good sign.
Right.
Now you got to do, like you said, do your due diligence.
Due diligence,
and
for sure.
Interview not just one guy.
Right.
Interview 4 or 5 guys, okay? I do believe that Brian Flores is the target.
Oh, come on with it. Yeah.
All you have to do is listen to Shotty's post game after they played the Vikings, and he spoke so highly of Brian Flores and how much he liked that style of defense. And Bobby Belt said this morning that it was Shotty that made this call. So I'm hoping that they leave it up to Shotty to go get the guy that he wants. And then once we get that defensive coordinator, then like you said, you go in through free agency. You don't shop from the dollar store. You get some quality players, man. You can turn this thing around in 1 year. It's been proven. It's been proven every year that you know you can build your team up in 1 year, especially on one side of the ball. Then you go to the draft and you do, say it with me, Law, BPA.
Yeah.
So this is a good day. This is a good start. It's a good start.
Yep.
And we'll see what happens, man.
Man, no doubt, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for the recall, Donnie, for all of what you said on that, man. That was a great topic matter there. I'm going to try to look up that post-game conference of Brian Schottenheimer, or what he said about Brian Flores. But that's a good reach right there on everything. Not in the bad way when I say reach, but appreciate you, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Much love.
Much love, Law. Yes, indeed. That was a good find, and I don't want to say reach because I'm not saying he's reaching. This is a beautiful day, ladies and gentlemen, regardless of how we slice it and have. And just to echo what he's saying, if this is a situation and scenario that Schottenheimer did speak positively about Brian Flores, all we got to do now is, and I know that she's trying to die on the heel. I forgot the lady name. She's a color analyst too, and a beat reporter. I forgot her name at the tip of my tongue. She's stating that why would he leave a lateral job and not try to at least put his name in a hat for a head coaching job or get more money? Well, sometimes influences can change things, right? Sometimes when you look at it from a different perspective, Flores getting a reigning endorsement from a head coach like Schottenheimer, Flores been a head coach before himself. But this can knock out two birds with one stone. This can alleviate some of the things that we say about Jerry Jones and how to perceive as the Jones family. And I know perception sometimes can be realities and stuff like that, that this could be a situation that it can be work out for his good. We get a creative young coach that's going to bring top-tier defense, or with a creative mind at least, and it can do a lot of good things for us versus hurt us. You get what I'm saying? But let me get to the next person that's on the line. I got from the 607, and then we had the 304. But from the 607, you're live on the Nation. DJ, talk to me.
Yo, what's good, man? Hey, yo, listen, man. Yo, I hear everybody giving you flowers, man. So let me give you your flowers, man, real quick. Hey, yo, honestly, yo, bro, listen, bro, and I'm going to keep it like this. And, yo, anybody that wants to get on here, anybody that does Dale's content, that ever wants to miss the law and want to go content for content, I'll put any dollar up, yo, because you ain't got him. This nigga's the GOAT. Straight up like that. Part of my language, man. And dead serious, yo, like, I dead seriously stopped listening to 105.3. I got my subscription off after I stopped listening, when I started listening to you. Yo, and I'm dead seriously, like, yo, really, if you put in that, and I know for a fact, if I put that subscription money up, I know you're going to get extra info to, like, get, like, for instance, Mr. like what's his face, Ravel's dad on, like, you could get access to talk to his father, like, and ask questions about, like, yo, how was his son, like, well, how was his son off the field, like, because you know what, I want to know how his son was off the field, because you know what, in history of Dallas Cowboys, we have problems off the field, bro. I want to know what type of players we have, and I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan in and in out. And, like, you give us that access, bro, and I get every time, and I get on, and I'm from New York, and I'm getting access for you, and I'm really, like, getting on the phone, and I know my shit with my boys, and you're letting me talk, and, like, you're like, yo, bro, I'm going to keep lock in with him. It makes me appreciative of being a Cowboy fan. I'm appreciative of you giving us content, bro, and I love you for that, bro, on some Dallas Cowboy shit. Real dog, real shit.
Man. Thank you so much, man.
And that's just being real, bro. And I'm sorry for swearing. I'm sorry. You know, I like to be respectful. I like to be respectful calling you, bro, because I get hype and I get hype and, like, you know what I'm saying? I get hype and you be like, yo, I wish he could talk straight because he's so hype, because he knows what he's talking about. But you know what I'm saying? I just get it off and I say, yo, my boy, the Cowboy fans know what I'm talking about. I got it off. Fuck it.
Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate you, DJ.
But anyways, yo, you know what? So I feel Jerry, honestly, in the tone of his voice, he's getting older, and he's like, you know what? I really feel like if he heard me talking right now, I'd be like, yo, Jerry, you're getting older. Just fall back and let the people in position do what they need to do to let us win, bro. We got the players, bro. You could talk to Pickens and you could talk to his agent and say, yo, bro, we can afford him, bro. But you know what? If he really wants to win championships and he wants to sit next to the top 5 receiver, and he wants to sit next to Dak, who's the top 5 quarterback, and I'm going to fix that defense up. You're not going to have to go through what you went through. You're not going to have to go through that season. We're going to win 2 or 3 championships. I swear to God, we're going to be better than the 90s. And I will get us another Micah. I will get us. You want us to go get it, Max? You
Hey,
want us?
man.
But you're gonna have to take 20 to 25. You're gonna have to take 20 to probably take the Amari Cooper contract.
Right.
I'll get us another Trayvon Diggs. I'll get us another Trayvon Diggs. I'll get us a transitional Byron Jones. Remember him? Everybody forgets. You know, when you said that things about us transitional, if we would have kept Byron Jones, he would have transitioned. He was our quarterback, but when he was in Miami, he was a great safety. He was a great safety. And we let him go. You remember he was a top 5 corner, and we let him go. And I was like, you know what? And when people got hurt, like when D-Law got hurt and Micah started sliding right in at the end, we were like, whoa, it changed a little different from linebacker to D-end. We got something different there. We got something different. Oh, no, we got something different.
No doubt, DJ, man. Appreciate you for calling in, man. Thank you, man. Let's go, man. Let me hear you say it.
DC for life, baby. DC for life.
Yes, indeed. That's DJ, man, from the 607, man. One of the things that I wanted to circle back to, shout out to my guy, DJ, man. Jones' knees gave out on him, man, and both of his knees, man. I seen the guy, man. He got the Patrick Ewings now, you know. And it's hard, man. Them knees, once them knees go bad, it's hard to regain what you try to do, right? So that's all I'm going to say with Byron Jones, man. Hope all is well with him and his family and all of the stuff that he used to do for the Cowboys and beyond. The Cowboys, when we look back at this and we start saying to ourselves, what should we do next? This is all greenery right now. And it's a good thing. Let me pull this up. Let me see. Hold on. Let me pull this up because I said that I would circle back to Son of John before I get too far down this call queue. Just hold tight for me from the 304. Hold tight for me. All right. So Son of John, he says, shout out to Law Nation. I tried to come from a perspective with Jerry. Hold on right quick. Hold on. What's up? What's up, Rebel? Not much, man. I'm live right now. You wanna call in? Hit me back. I'm about to. I got a few more callers, and I hit you back. All right, bro. Peace. He like nah. But let me get to my guy right here, man, from the 304. You're live on the Nation. And then we'll circle back to what I was going to say with Son of John. But, yeah, you live, man. Hey, Lou, talk to me.
What's going on, Law?
Not much, bro.
Hey, man, it's interesting. They're moving fast. I'm happy to see it, but I'm curious if Schottenheimer has the pull that's necessary for any head coach to run their team. It's kind of interesting to see if it's going to happen. And, you know, just the tidbits that I heard, Mike McCarthy had the same power, but he was just scared.
Yeah, I heard that. Who was saying that yesterday? Was it Bobby Belt, or he just said it a few seconds ago? Bobby Belt was talking about it. Yeah, that technically Mike McCarthy did. But, well, here's the thing. Have you ever gotten something that you probably didn't qualify for, or you probably was out of the woodsheds of working for, and you feel a little timid, and you didn't want to shake their house, you know?
Yeah.
I've been there before. I've been there before.
Yeah, I wish I had because.
Let me just say this, bro. I've been there before. I stayed like when I was in college, when I was first trying to get me a little job. You know, we first graduated and everything, and you down on your luck, and you had to stay on your friend's couch and stuff like that. I've been there before. So you get the privilege of getting the room or what have you. You on your friend couch and everything, and you really can't move the way you move. You know. Because you're under somebody's house and you don't want to shake, and you seeing things that need to be improved. You try to put your recommendations out there. And Jerry did do some of those things, but you effed up. Where Mike McCarthy effed up at is he brought in Mike Nolan. That took away some of the things, right? He tried to change, tried to put people numbers off of the jerseys or put names off of the jerseys, and he implemented the red jerseys, right? Jerry first gave him resistance on that, but then people started buying red jerseys. So they was like, hey, you know, hey, this is a sell thing for me. So I get what you was going to say, but go ahead and imply.
Yeah, I just hope that he's able to bring this full circle, because if you got this much pull
and you can get you a deep. I'm serious. You got to go young. You have to go young because you got a young team.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go young defensive coordinator that knows that can be multiple, that understands his players, but also understands the college game. Anytime that anybody's ever won is when you had the young coach that understood what was coming next, not what was. Eberflus is what was. You know, Rod Marinelli or those? That's what was. That's what worked, not what's working.
Right.
In today's game.
Right.
So you got to have forward thinking. Schottenheimer understands. If you paid attention, he tried to pull a lot of, and he still does. He tried to pull a lot from what the Niners do in their running game, in their passing game, how everything sets up off of play action.
Right.
The pin pull. That's where majority of his play calling and his style mirrors those of the Shanahans and the McVay, because that's what works.
Right.
And that's what's working in today's game. Crossing routes, not the hitch, not the slants as much, but the ability to layer the scheme, layer your route running. That's what works. You know, not you standing damn near on the sideline and spreading people out. That's not what works. We're too fast. People are too fast now. But hopefully we'll see it. I'm looking forward to seeing these interviews come. But I just hope that Jerry does not get into his old bag after he made one move to keep everybody quiet. He just doesn't get into, well, let me bring my other homeboy in, and hopefully that works.
You don't have to be the smartest guy in the room at this point, Jerry. Just allow the work to do the work itself. Like, let people resume reflect of what they doing, not what they did, but what they doing be the part of the resume, not what they did. And that is like what we said with the Flores situation, with Jim Lionheart, or to a point and to a degree, Jim Schwartz. That's what their resume is doing right now. Top 5 or top 10 in defense. Let's not go get somebody who was like a number 1 defensive coordinator in damn near 2005 and talking about, hey, back in 2005, So Jerry need to understand that and stop being too scary.
Okay, and let's kill this off. He's not hiring a black offensive coordinator, defense coordinator, or head coach. Special teams, maybe. Assistants, position, he'll do that. But he's not doing that. It's been 30 plus years. Trust me, there's too many qualified that's overqualified. They would even would have played the game just to get in that role, and he still didn't bring him in. He's not doing it. So we need to get out of that realm. Don't get your hopes high for him.
You saying the inverse, that regardless of the situation, because of the demographics and of course with the Jerry Jones mindset and sponsors and all of this stuff, investors, that he would absolutely never hire.
No. And you know what? In all actuality, it would benefit him more than he thinks. That's the problem. Because the defense coordinator does great, and he gets hired on to be the head coach. They have the rule now. They become the head coach. Now they get the additional 3rd round pick for you hiring them as a defense coordinator and them getting promoted.
I forgot about that.
Opportunity there. You know what I'm saying? Like for that to be, and that for the league to throw that in there, and for teams not to do it and not to bring those coaches up, it tells you enough. And for somebody who is so cheap in Jerry Jones, for you not to do it or have not already done it, it tells you enough. You bargain basement shop, but you tell them you won't hire a black defensive head coach to get promoted, so you get a 3rd round pick, and you love compensatory picks. Anyway.
Well, we'll see, man.
We'll see.
So you mean to tell me if we go hire a defensive coordinator that is of the melanated community, we do get an extra draft pick, though, right? We get like a 3rd or 4th. Is that
it's a 3rd round compensatory pick.
Well, for the love of the football team of getting more picks, Jerry, go hire me or somebody. Get melanated brother in there. I just want to win. I don't give a dog if he blue, yellow, orange, red stripe. I don't give a dog, man. I just want us to win. You know what I'm saying?
Me too. But you see it. You know what it is. You in Dallas, you getting blackballed on certain things. You got to pay for certain things that you shouldn't have to because you putting in the work, more work than some. So you know what it is. Anyway, I'm still a Cowboy fan. We still gonna watch this thing shake one way or another. DC for life.
Yes, indeed. That's my guy, man. A. Lou from the 304. Been following the channel for a long time, and let me trust. I trust him, but let me verify right quick. What's the rules on hiring a minority as a defensive coordinator as a DC, or what are the incentives? The DEI incentives. What are the incentives? You know, let me see what they say, man. And hey, man, it's just for what it is, man. I know a lot of people don't want to hear all of this, but man, that's just how it is. You gotta force some rulings in order to hire certain people. Can you imagine? You know, these guys are billionaires with a B, man. These guys are very smart. They're very well equipped, or they know somebody that's very smart and very well equipped to do those things. So, AI Tisha, if you can, because I want to know the rulings of hiring a brother, basically. You know, if you can find all of that information for me. What are the rules?
The NFL has rules requiring teams to interview minority candidates for vacant head coach HC and coordinator DCOC positions, known as the Rooney Rule. The league also offers draft pick incentives to teams for developing minority coaches and executives who are subsequently hired for top positions by other clubs. Rooney Rule requirements, the rule. The Rooney Rule is a policy designed to increase diversity in leadership by requiring teams to consider minority and female candidates for top positions. It is an interview requirement, not a hiring quota. Head coach and general manager. Teams must conduct in-person interviews with at least 2 external diverse candidates.
Well, you got 2 of them you got to do.
Or female. Coordinator positions, offensive, defensive, special teams. Teams must interview at least 2 diverse candidates for any coordinator vacancy. Quarterback coach. Clubs must interview at least 1 diverse candidate for the QB coach position, as it is considered a key stepping stone to head coaching roles. Senior level executive positions. At least 1 diverse candidate must be interviewed for senior roles, such as club president. Incentives for developing and hiring minority talent.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
The NFL provides compensatory draft picks to teams that develop minority talent, who are then hired away for head coach or general manager roles by other teams. Loss of a minority coach.
That's only for a head coach and GM. You don't get nothing for a DC, though, if you hire one.
Coach executive. If a team loses a minority coach or executive to another team for a HC or GM position, the original team receives a 3rd-round compensatory draft pick in the 2 subsequent drafts.
Okay.
Loss of both a coach and personnel member. If a team loses both a coach and a personnel member to HC/GM roles with other teams, that club will receive a 3rd-round compensatory pick for 3 consecutive years.
Damn.
Minority offensive assistant coach.
That's good.
The league requires all teams to have at least 1 offensive assistant who is a minority or woman and contributes to their salary, with the goal of building the pipeline for future head coaches. These measures aim to ensure a broader.
Okay. All right. The Lions just fired their offensive coordinator. Yeah, that part they had to. I feel you. The Lions just fired their offensive coordinator, so it is Black Tuesday, baby. Yeah. DP said, "Man, AI teacher long-winded." You know, hey, I feel you. All right, so really, there's no incentives. We don't got no Tyrone on our team that need to be elevated to be a head coach somewhere or a GM. What Tyrone? boy, if we get somebody on our team, maybe we get another pick because we developed them. I guess that's what we were banking on with my guy Al Harris when he was here. I don't know who we got that can be elevated. We don't have anybody. Nobody's gonna be elevated to GM unless we can trade Will McClay. Would that count? If he be a GM for another team, we get 3 consecutive years, 3rd-round draft picks. Todd Bowles was the DB coach under you going all the way back under Wade Phillips. Yeah, you better call Tyrone. I got for the 206. You live, MJ. Talk to me, man.
TV show. Hey, Law, how you doing, brother?
Man, what's good, man? What you good? What you got going on to me, man?
I like how that guy was talking earlier. The defensive coordinator.
Right.
And we got a chance to make the team great. Jerry has got to let the people pick his regular players. Don't get in the way. Just stay out the way and let the coaches do it and get a whole new staff. Only guy they're going to keep is the defensive line coach. Everybody else is gone. They're going to keep the D-line coach, but they're going to get rid of everybody else.
So they're going to, so Benghazi gone, Overstreet or Understreet, I forgot his name, and whoever else the assistant. So you keep Aaron Whitecotton, who's a spillover from the Jets. So if we keep him, then what Quentin Williams was saying or alluding to, that we might do a parade of like interviewing a few people, and then to circle back, the Cowboys can come out and saying, based off of the new information, Aaron Whitecotton will be your quote unquote head coach, well, your defensive coordinator. To a point, is not a sexy hire, right? Because it's somebody that's already here, who we historically speaking had the worst defense ever. That's not the storyline that I would like to see. But to a point, if Quentin Williams happy like that, maybe Aaron Whitecotton could be influenced to a degree, because the Jets defense wasn't terrible. You know, it just, of course, it was under Robert Saleh, but it's just one of those things. Whereas it will not move the needle for us until we see it, though. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just hope they need a good teach the corners how to cover, the safeties, and how the linebackers up closer like San Francisco linebackers. Don't be having 10 yards and people run the same plays on us, and we never maneuver to stop that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I could call the defense better than these guys. I'm like, unbelievable. But yeah, man, I'm excited, and we got our wish now. Just got to get the right players there so we can win and get rid of them sorry players too.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in, man.
You too, brother. How many more people you got left?
We got about one more person, man, that's here. We're going to give him a shot. I had two cool, but he jumped off. But appreciate you for calling in. Yes, indeed, man.
Salute, brother.
Salute,
Good
man.
show.
Yes, indeed, man. All right, so I was trying to pick up something, and I saw where someone mentioned we got to stop saying that, Jerry don't hire black defensive coordinators. And I pulled this up from 2007 to 2008. Lo and behold, the Cowboys did have a brother named Brian Stewart, not from Family Guy. Because what is Brian Stewart? No, because Stewie, right? The dog named Brian, right? And I look at Brian Stewart's resume. He was born in 1964, and Stewart attended No Glaze High School, basically. How do you say that? But it is correct. In 2007 to 2008, the defensive coordinator was Brian Stewart. And he's from the melanated community. So I don't know, maybe he had a Costco sample size here, and that was the shortest lifespan of any defensive coordinator that I've seen outside of I know he didn't give up 511 points because we were balling in 2007. Can somebody pull up the Cowboys rankings in 2007 in defense? Or was it one of those things whereas he was acting as if the defensive coordinator, but it was Wade Phillips that's calling the plays? Was it one of those type of things? Yeah, and let me know if that's correct. And this Ice Cold says Glaze High School. Hey, how do you pronounce that though? You know what I'm saying? Let me no glaze. How you pronounce that word there, man? Oh my gosh, man. Let me see how you pronounce that, man. Hey, I'm just saying though, y'all. Jeez, man. All right, man. Give me 1 second here. Let me see how you pronounce that word there. Can y'all put how you pronounce that in the chat? You know, I'm just trying to learn something, you know. I'm from Mississippi, man. I mess up over words, man. Look out narratives, yeah. So, hey, let me see. Hey, teacher, how you say it?
Nogales High School.
Nogales, okay. Nogales, I got Nogales, no glaze, Nogales, tomato.
Nogales High School.
Nogales, okay, appreciate you, all right. Appreciate you. All right. But just think about it. No glaze in the high school would be better, though. Come on. Spanish law, come on, man. All right, let me get the next caller on for this Black Tuesday. Appreciate y'all, man, so much, man. I got from the 254, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by Nogales.
Hello, Law. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say real quick that Eberflus being fired was definitely going to happen. But I also think that the players that we've been going after for the last 5 years, they just haven't been panning out in free agency or drafting as far as the defensive side goes. I definitely think Jerry needs to pursue better free agents on that side of the ball. It seems like we're always shopping at Timu on that side of the ball, and this is the result that you get. Other thing I just want to mention is the culture shift that we're trying to create. On Sunday, I really didn't agree with what they did by sitting down their stars at halftime. The Giants had a worse record. They have more to play for, but they didn't quit. I just don't think that gives off a good message to our players, especially when you're about to go home. So you didn't make the playoffs. You could use some more reps. So everybody starts, everybody finishes, and that's pretty much. I just think we need to do better at that. But I thank you for your time.
Oh, man, I appreciate you, man. Good call from you, by the way. Yeah, he's right. You got to finish strong, and that was the message that Schottenheimer wanted. But I ain't gonna even hold y'all, though. I ain't gonna even cap. I wanted us to compete for a little bit, and I wanted that loss to happen. Matter of fact, I wanted us to lose the last three since we didn't beat the damn Detroit. Since we had mathematically out of it, I wanted us to lose the last three. That's the difference of picking between the 12th pick and damn near the top 5 or top 6 pick. But and that's in every round too, by the way. And then we still get the Packers picks, for this season for the first round. So I did wanted us to compete a little bit, but ultimately holding that L. And we got the last L. So instead of us picking around the 18 to the 20th spot, we're picking at 12. I can live with 12. But it goes back to what I've been saying, that man, we don't lose enough when we need to lose, right? And for those who wanting to know, far as the defense in 2017, we under the Brian, the brother, that only lasted for a year, calling plays and looking at his resume and everything and seeing where he been bounced around like a damn basketball. He coached for every team almost. I'm looking at his resume. So since he left Dallas, he's like, I know what I'm going to do to them. He left Dallas, went to Philly to be their defensive assistant. Then from Philly, he went to Houston, Maryland, Nebraska, Rice, and then he was back as a defensive back coach with the Detroit Lions. Then he went to Baylor, the Houston Roughnecks. Now he's in Middle Tennessee somewhere. That brother, as a defensive coordinator for Middle Tennessee, he's been blackballed from the NFL after that. He's been no good to the NFL. He's been bouncing around far as Brian Stewart, not Stewie, and not just Brian. And A.I. Tisha, I know DP said you're long-winded, but can you give us something about this guy of what he allowed in 2007 under Brian Stewart's defense? Can you give me the information for what he was able
In
to do?
2007, the Dallas Cowboys defense ranked 13th in the NFL in yards allowed, 4,922, but were a strong rushing defense, while also ranking 7th in overall fantasy points for defenses, showing they were a solid, middle-of-the-pack unit with strengths in stopping the run. Key rankings: yards allowed, 13th overall, 4,922 yards. Fantasy points, DST, 7th overall, 219.0 FPTS.
Yeah, they counted
Rushing
that.
defense, strong performance with only 381 attempts against them, and 12 touchdowns allowed. Passing defense, allowed 3,728 yards through the air on 581 attempts, placing them lower in passing metrics, but still effective overall.
Give me the 13 ranked defense. Brian Stewart, come on back. Got a seat for you, brother. With that being said, we got breaking news.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. A Super Bowl kind of caliber. Now, who's John?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, we got breaking news. According to information that's been bestowed to us upon Jordan Schultz's Twitter account, he states on this Black Tuesday that John Harbaugh has mutually agreed to step down from this particular juncture of being a head coach for the Ravens. I'm thinking that he's going to go straight to the Raiders. Yeah. I think he's going to go straight to the Raiders. John Harbaugh is a damn good coach, y'all. Matter of fact, he was a hire. We hired, put it like this, let me tell y'all something about this world, right? In this world, the broad fields of battles and bivouacs of life. How crazy this world is. We hired Jason Garrett so that he wouldn't be the coach for the Ravens.
Y'all killing me with this.
True story. The Ravens really wanted Jason Garrett as their head coach when they was in processing of looking for a replacement of their previous coach. And what happened is that John also interviewed for that job. And what Jerry said, you know what? I'm not finna lose again because I lost Sean Payton, and that's why he was granted the more and more money and all of these things. Boy, I wonder if I can be a fly on the wall just to listen to what the conversation was like, Yeah, yes, indeed. So, hey, they can go get Jason Garrett now. Yes, indeed. So, Harbaugh been there for a long time. He look old on that picture. That's a terrible picture of him. He don't look that old in real life. Let me ask y'all this. I know how y'all feel about Schottenheimer. But would you like to see Harbaugh here? Good Lord. They mad about the Ravens people are mad. They talking about a poverty franchise and let me see. It wasn't his fault that the damn kicker missed that kick. Yeah. The damn Lamar was so bad he got the coach fired. Yeah. It's crazy, man. He won him a Super Bowl. He been to what, 2 of them or something like that? Or it is for what it is. How y'all feeling all together, man? Bye, Shotty. No, nobody wanted Jason Garrett 8-8, law 8-8. Yes, indeed. True story though. True story. I'm talking about this is when Jason Garrett still had his glow. Jeez. Yes, indeed. Mutual agreement. So Ozzie wanted him to get to going, and Harbaugh agreed. It is for what it is. The Giants, I definitely don't want to see him in Giants land. I definitely don't want him inside our division. Harbaugh is really good. I think that a set of circumstances happened with them. It outran its course, man. Sometimes, you see a person and you go look at it and it reflects. I heard about that Jerry stepped in and grabbed Jason. Yeah, he did. He didn't want Jason Garrett to go to the Ravens. And Jason Garrett was considered to be like the next coming of Sean Payton. One thing I can say, and I'm not trying to defend Red Ball, but whenever true story, whenever we went up against Sean Payton with Jason Garrett rolled up them sleeves and say, "How you doing, guys?" He whooped some asses over there, man. Let me know. Let me know if I'm lying. Jason Garrett, if we played against, if we had to coach against, if Jason Garrett, if his entire career had to coach up against Sean Payton, he'll be an elite coach. Yeah. It's just the other coaches. Harbaugh will fix the defense. Is John Harbaugh a offensive guy or a defensive guy? I think he was an offensive guy, though, if I'm not mistaken, or a special teams guy. He can fix his special teams. I think he was a special teams guy. I think he cut his teeth with special teams. Let me pull up his resume. Let me look behind the curtains here. Hold on. Let me look up his wiki. That'll tell me everything. Hold on. No. Western Michigan. If I'm not mistaken, Morehead State, Cincinnati. Special teams coordinator, defensive back. Oh, so he's a defensive guy. So shows kudos. John Harbaugh for DC, baby. Come on, baby. Yeah. For what I'm reading here, whoever mentioned that, man, kudos and credence to you. It says Western Michigan, because it's Jim that was on the offensive side. So this makes sense. John Harbaugh for the Hey, we definitely need help on special teams, though, by the way. I'm just saying. And I'm not finna go with the mindset he need to take a year off. Come on with it, man. Now the other guy, Matt Eberflus, needed to take that year off. But I'm looking at this. Think about this. Special teams and defensive back. With Philadelphia Eagles in 98 through 2006, special team coordinator. He was coordinating. And then for Philadelphia Eagles in 2007, he became the defensive back coach. And I was right. I think my guy got the information wrong over here because 2012 don't make the right proper timeline. I don't know who helped. Oh, no, he right. He helped guide it. See, I knew I was right because in 2008, he's been that coach from 2008 to 2025. So, all right. So, yeah, special teams and DBs, yeah, bring them in. Now, Harbaugh going to be like, now, come on, Law. Come on, man. I can't go here and be a subservient, man. No. Harbaugh got head coach pedigree. If I'm the Raiders, if I'm whoever looking for a head coach, I'm pulling him up, man. Let me pull up this right here. Yeah. All right, let me pull up Ravens. Let me pull them up where they was at defensive wise this season. I mean, they're a damn average team. 15 offense, 15th in defense. Tell them to take a year off but be the advisory for our special teams. Look. Let me say this, though. If Jerry Jones really like that and there's no salary cap as it relates to coaching on this beautiful Black Tuesday, he can have him an all-star squad. You know what I'm saying? Keep Schottenheimer as the head coach for right now. He don't want to lose face. Hire John Harbaugh, pay him all type of money as a special team coach, and then go hire Jim Schwartz as your defensive coordinator. Boom, Super Bowl. Come on with it. Yeah. Pay them all $13 million a year, Jerry. Hey, boy, you said you was no amount of money, boy. Your hand will make cramps and all of this stuff for writing a check. I guarantee you have a well-disciplined team then, you know. That would be crazy, you know. And then Schottenheimer would be coached by the coaches, you know. John Harbaugh and Jim Schwartz be teaching them like, hey, now you got to do this, you know. Let Schotty be the water boy. Oh, my gosh, man. Well, we can use the 15th-ranked defense these days. That's crazy, law. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Technically, John Harbaugh saying, hey, I was never fired. Now, don't put that on my resume. I stepped away. I was never fired. Shoot, the coaching staff, Law out here playing the Madden. Yeah, I'm trying to win at all costs. Wishful thinking, man. Let me be the damn billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Law, how much you paying your coaches? Who needs to know? I'm a billionaire with a B. Shoot, $5 million fall out of my pocket, I won't feel it. You know, shoot. Las Vegas Raiders just hired Rex Ryan as their head coach. Ain't no way, Bama boy. You now you my boy. You trolling, ain't it? You trolling. Now he do have Raiders ties. CJ, man. My guy CJ, what you doing up here, man? I closed the phone lines, but you in here. What you doing, CJ?
Oh man, I'm just chilling loud, just checking you out today, man. Just checking you out. You know me, man. You know I never was with the Eberflus thing, but just because I feel like we were going back in time. You know, we already been down that road with Marinelli, with Kiffin.
Come on.
You know.
Keep cooking, man.
And you know, I feel like Jerry wasn't trying to do us a disjustice. I didn't think Eberflus defense would be this bad.
Nobody saw it being this bad. Yeah.
Right. Like I knew we was kind of like going back in time, like I say with the Marinelli and Kiffin thing, you know, because that's the tree he come from, and I just didn't see it being this bad. I wanted to bring up this law. You know, that's why I called. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we don't do enough due diligence. I know we as a fan base, you know, we keep our foot up Jerry butt every chance we get. But Jerry trusts some people within that front office that he leans on to make good decisions, right?
Yeah.
And I just think those people have been bull jiving Jerry. That's what I think it is. I think those people have been bull jiving Jerry with the due diligence process of things.
Okay, I'm hearing you out. You Jerry legal team. You his attorney right now. You advocating that Jerry making the right decisions right now. So break it down. Make it plain for us. Speak your mind, fam. Speak it.
What I'm saying is this right here. Okay, when we bring in some free agents, like we brought in Sanborn, Elam, and Mary, right? We brought these players in. We trusted Eberflus shot it to say, hey, we're gonna bring these free agents in, blah blah blah. Well,
that is a strong point. That is a strong point because I definitely know that Jerry is not watching no damn tape. So yeah, you get a point for that. You got a point for that. Keep going.
You took it right out my mouth, Law. You took it right out my mouth, Law. Why the due diligence wasn't done to say, okay, well, these the guys y'all want to bring in. Let's watch a little film on. Tell me what is it about this guy that you like, that you dislike? Like, where's the due diligence being done at? Even with the high up Eberflus, like I said, Jared jumped the gun. You know what I'm saying? Now, Law, I'm not being his lawyer, Law.
No, you represent them now. No, you represent them. I'm hearing your case. We counseling. We in a counseling session. Go ahead.
But no, I just wanted to be real because we know that Jerry has other voices that he listens to and that he relies on. I mean, you know, any business does, right? Basically, any business does, right? So you need to be able to trust those people, that those people are providing you proper information, so you don't be looking like a damn fool. And that's all I'm saying right there is some need to give with all the voices. Just some need to give in order for us to have a good free agency and a good draft. Some of those voices need to get out the way. I don't want to do no cuss, but some of them need to get out the way.
Yeah. I do agree with that point because we all heard storylines that Jerry do listen to his counsel, right? And we know that his counsel has been bullsugaring, right? Like you said, Eberflus stood on the table and said 59 can play. Sanborn, that's my guy, that's my homie. I'm gonna bring him with me, and then I'm gonna bring you Benghazi, I'm gonna bring you Overstreet and all of these boys. And Jerry was just thinking, I know for sure, ain't no way in the world at 82, 83 years of age that he's combing through tape and he's breaking down tape, and he know who the hell Donovan Ezeraku is. Ain't no way. He probably, if I say, Jerry, say Donovan Ezeraku, he probably like, help me out.
He said, no, we done already tried it.
Yeah. Ain't no way Jerry know who Donovan Ezeraku is. Yeah. he got to get prep time for to say those names and stuff. He better know who Osa is. So, yeah, I agree to some of that point. So that's why we as Cowboy fans, collectively speaking, we want to see Jerry step the hell down because we need somebody to come in here to have one voice, one mind, and not all of these voices in his head. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, but check this out. I think the biggest problem is Stephen Jones. That's what I think the biggest problem is. Because I think if it was just Will McClay and Jerry doing the talking and doing the willing and dealing, I think it'd be a perfect marriage. I think the shit'll be beautiful. But because Stephen is in the way, he don't want to relinquish all his power. He's the son. He don't want Will to really get all of this glory of being a magnificent person that he is, that fine player, scout player, brain player, blah blah blah. I mean, you know, I ain't gonna just make it all about it. I ain't gonna make it.
CJ, this is what it is. This is what it is, man. It's just like when you have two masters. You know, in the book it says you can't have one without praising the other. I think that Stephen Jones is ready for the role of being the CEO, owner of this team, right? And he will have those admirations. Damn it, he don't even have the name of his dad, right? He gave like in our culture, you know, normally the junior goes to the firstborn son. So he's the firstborn son without the name. So he's trying to earn his own fame with Stephen Jones. His first name is John, and John Stephen Jones. So he's probably trying to prove a point that, damn it, I'm supposed to be junior. How junior be junior, and I'm supposed to be junior? I'm the first seed, you know what I'm saying? I'm the first one that came up out of the sack, so I need to have the name. So he's probably waiting for his fame to come. from a movie title type of thing. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
yeah. So I'm looking at it like that from that aspect of it, and he's ready to get the whole reins of this team. Here's one thing though, John Machota did hit me up. We hit all of us up on Cowboys Collective that you can check out tonight too, by the way. About the fact that if Stephen Jones is having the Jerry Jones position once Jerry stepped down and he gone off to glory, what have you, that he will be lesser in the spotlight because that's just not who his personality is. His personality is, hey, I would talk a little, but I'm not going to give you a lot. But I would do some work, but I want to be behind the scene guy. I'm not going to be all of, hey, I want to be up front. But right now he's kicking the funk because he wants to let his daddy know that I got his back. I'm his firstborn seed, and I should be junior. So, yeah, if he going to talk, I'm going to talk, from a certain point of view. Because Stephen Jones did lament that he really liked Mike Vrabel. You know what I'm saying? So Mike Vrabel is a guy that we would all love to be here, right? So it's a situation, though. It's a situation.
Hey, my last little piece, man. If I can,
go ahead.
I ain't just beating shot here when I say what I'm gonna say, but man, make it make sense, man. All this culture, compete every day. The standard is the standard. What is the standard, man? What is the standard? What is the culture? Because is the standard commit X amount of penalties? Is the standard to be inconsistent in your message when you say compete every day? Compete every day means I could go out there and take your job if I'm just playing better than you on this field. It don't mean that I'm you the teacher's pet, so you good. You can't do no wrong. No, compete every day, man. I could take this man's job. Consistency. Consistency. You got to enforce that with everybody. I don't care if it's a star player, if it's a role player. They go for everybody. You pull Jaden Blue because it's formal. If that's the case, I missed assignment. Well, hell, I seen Javonte Williams fumble 3-4 times. I seen Ferguson fumble 3-4 times. He ain't getting pulled off the field. Like you can't do it like that. I used to play ball.
Yeah.
I know that you can't do the way he's trying to present all that, and then you preaching it, but you ain't putting it out there. You ain't standing on it, man. You know what I'm saying? And quit getting in your feelings with these players to the point to where you start grudging against a player, man. Stop doing that. Get to the bottom of it first. Don't quit going against your players. Don't be one of them coaches, bro. Don't quit. Stop. Law. You know I ain't lying, Law. Law, you know I ain't lying.
Yeah, but look, well, in closing on this, bro, it's not to an element of surprise that if you trying to change the culture that's already been established for 30 years, 30 seasons, right, that it's going to be hard to change that, especially when you still have the primary pieces still there, which is Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, et cetera. And what they said, the loudest one in the room is the weakest, right? Now, Schottenheimer loud talking and saying that, hey, I'm going to come in here and change the culture. No, just prove it by examples. But to be fair to him, there's an impossible way to change this culture in 1 year. Now, if he went to the Saints, Saints or another team, then maybe his words can mean more. But like 100 Grand said, we've been dealing with this for over multiple decades. I don't think Schottenheimer going to be able to do that in 1 year.
No, I ain't saying 1 year, Law. I'm not saying 1 year. I'm just saying this right here. You can't be talking consistency, but then there's other players that's doing inconsistent things, but they not being treated the same as you would treat this other player. You got to be fair.
Yeah, it's
Like,
gonna take some time, man. I get what you're saying. Like the standard should be, hey, this should be across the board for everyone. Right. But it's kind of like if I had a lens and I had a time machine, and if we had all of this social networking media to go back to 1989, right? When Jimmy Johnson first got here. We won one game. You know what I'm saying? And people were chewing him up, spitting him out. You know what I'm saying? About the things that just wasn't the same. It was worse than what they seen out of Tom Landry on his latter years, right? So, and he was talking about, we're going to do this standard. We're going to try to change it this way. We're going to be more authoritative in this particular aspect. And it wasn't working. The good thing is it wasn't captured, right? So I get it. I get what you're saying, but it's going to take, we want the Super Bowl now. Realistically speaking, it would have been impossible last year or this season, basically. But this is what we want because it's been 30 years, 30 seasons. But we're going to have to be, and I hate this word, but we're going to have a little grace, mercy, and patience with Schottenheimer to at least get his feet together. The good thing is, if Jerry Jones and Stevie Jones just allow this kid, because this is what he is in football world, a kid, to get his own defensive staff together and don't put their meddling hands on it, then we can see who the real Schottenheimer is. But for right now, he was forced to coach with Matt Eberflus. That wasn't his decision, unfortunately.
Right. I got that, CJ. I ain't against him. I'm not against him, Law.
Right. We all not against him, man. You know,
I just don't want him to be trying to deliver a message that's going to eventually fall on deaf ears if he's not consistent with his message. You get it? That's all I'm saying right there. Because players they like, man, you instead of talking this type of stuff, instead of doing this, like, man, you ain't talking about nothing, man.
Yeah. You ain't talking about nothing. But they talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you calling in, CJ.
That's all I was
man.
saying.
Appreciate you, bro. For the 210 and CJ, man. Yes, indeed. I think it's Hooks, Texas, or something like that. He said he's from, and y'all get what I get what he said, and it takes. And I see it back. Too cool. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all want Too Cool to jump on. You know, we're going extended overtime. We got some breaking news though. We got some more news on Cowboy players. We got some more developing news on Cowboy players on this Black Tuesday that's being signed today, and these guys got future contracts, so that's what they're doing. I'm quite sure that they will rework some things. Shout out to Machine Gun John Machota. Shout out to him for this information right here. We got Israel. I bought some candy. He's the running back. He signed for a futures contract. Added to this parish, Luke Campbell. He's there. Zion, Lauren Hill's son, Childress, is there. Trayshawn Holden, he's signed for a future contract, who I got as now my 4th wide receiver on his team. Oops, did I say something out loud? All right, Marcellus, not Wiley, but Johnson, the tackle. And then he also signed a guy by the name of Isaiah Land. We're not losing Isaiah this time. He's back. Nick Leverett, the guard, we signed him. And Adele, however you say that, Nigerian, Africanized, I don't know name. Y'all let me know how to say it in the chat. And then we got Julius Wood. He signed back with the Cowboys. And these are the guys with future reserve contracts, so they will be with the team for the 2026 season. Let's get things moving in the best direction, Cowboys Nation. Zion Childress and Trayshawn Holden, I see y'all in the chat. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, boy. I murder everybody's name on that list. Yes, indeed. Cowboys Nation, I got my brother from another mother, no other. Don't look like Danny Glover, but he talk like my guy. Child Plays. Oh, yeah, y'all know who he is for the 210. Yes, he's in. Too cool. What's good with you, man?
Man, this Ocho Cinco today.
What you got for me, man?
Hey, man. Hey, so
right now, defense coordinators, who your top two?
I would go with Jim Schwartz or Brian Flores. Those are my two. I'm quite sure that everybody in the chat saying Brian Flores going to link up with Ozzie Newsome over there in Ravenslands. I can see that happening.
Law, I'm gonna tell you a real dark horse, man. Keep your eyes on Matt Patricia, man.
Ohio State guy.
Yeah, keep your eyes on Matt Patricia, man. Matt Patricia.
Was that you, though, telling me about the Miami Hurricanes, coach? That was you, wasn't it?
About Cristobal?
Yeah, somebody like that, whoever the DC there. Was that you or somebody else?
No, man, nah.
I think it was the MJ then. But keep going. Talk to me about the Miami. Talk to me about Ohio State. Then.
When you look at Matt Patricia did with them cats at Ohio State, man, like Arvell Reese wasn't Arvell Reese before Matt Patricia got there.
Okay.
Right? And the way he took the NFL to Ohio State and let Sonny Styles and Arvell Reese play the way he playing right now, Caleb Downs was gonna always be a damn near top 5 pick, solidified. But when you go back to the mock drafts and all of that a year ago, up until this point, Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles was never selected to be in the top 3 rounds. Them cats right now projected to go in top 20.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald was not projected to go in the first round. That cat's going in the first round right now. The way that man got Ohio State defense is pretty straight, right? But I think Matt Patricia is a dark horse right now, and either been somebody head coach or a defense coordinator. And I wouldn't be mad if he came here.
Okay. Okay,
If you giving me Caleb Downs too.
Caleb Downs. Okay, so if I'm pulling up Tankathon, which I really like, this is what they got right here, bro. And you're a fan favorite because a lot of people put ones in the chat to get you in here. All right, so they got with the first pick of the NFL draft, Fernando Mendoza. He going to the Raiders, right? Dante Moore, he going to the Jets. He's 2 quarterbacks gone. And Alvaro Reese, he's gone to the Cardinals. I'm hearing reports now. The Cardinals is looking for a head coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most time on first-time head coaches, either they're going to want their own quarterback that they can work with, or they're going to bring in a quarterback, or they can say, yeah, I can make Kyler Murray work, right? I think that the Cardinals are not going to draft Arvell Reese because of the simple fact you're going to have a brand-new head coach there. They might look for a quarterback so that they can have on their resume or something that they can build with, just depending, right?
So, Law, I think so when it comes to the Cardinals. So the Cardinals won't be able to bring in a high-profile quarterback because they paid Kyler Murray. I think what the Cardinals do, I do think the Cardinals trade up. Because if you're hearing the rumors right now, Fernando Mendoza said he does not want to play for the Raiders. Like, he said he does not want to play for the Raiders. And I think that's a thing. Somebody trades up and get the Raider pick at first pick. I don't think Fernando, because you're not going to make him play there. If he say he don't want to be there, he don't want to be there. I think the Cardinals trade up and get a quarterback.
Okay, and then they put Murray on the trading blocks or whatever it may be. I don't know. Murray is a very scheme fit guy. He's not going to be a classical quarterback that you always say that can stand tall in the pocket. He got to go with somebody that's going to be creative to a point. So I do agree with you on that. But if I'm looking at this and sliding all the way down to the 12th pick, we getting Mansour Delane. I think that we need a DB. We need one of those guys. What's your thoughts on that?
I just, for me, man, I stay away from cornerbacks right now because Patrick Surtain you could see Patrick Surtain and you could see he was bona fide going to come to the NFL and be a lockdown DB. Man, right. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm scared as hell of LSU cornerbacks. Not safeties, but they're cornerbacks. Man, they just do not develop that damn well in the NFL, man. And when you look at the SEC, man, the SEC really didn't have no shutdown cornerbacks to me.
I mean, hold on.
They have high-power offense. When you look at LSU playing against Georgia and Branch, like, who's the quarterbacks?
I mean, historically speaking, okay, outside of Claiborne, I think White was pretty good. I think that, Grant Dilpet was really good. Stingley was pretty good.
But Stingley is a one-hit wonder in the past 5 years.
Man, Stingley been balling though, man. Wait a minute, what you saying?
That's what I'm saying though. That man, that's why I say he's a one-hit wonder in the past 5 years.
Okay.
I said cornerbacks. Delpit played safety.
Delpit.
Right? So
Patrick Peterson.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This
Honey
cornerback
Badger.
class, man, I'm scared of the cornerbacks, man.
Okay.
I just don't think cornerbacks transition well to the NFL like that. Like Gardner Johnson, man. Like Gardner Johnson, he came to the league. He did his thing for a couple years, like 2 years. But he not that dude right now. Stingley right now, to me, outside of Patrick Surtain, is the best two cornerbacks in the National Football League right now.
I mean, have you seen the Lane tape? I'm not calling him Stingley, but he nice,
But that's what I'm saying though. But it's the competition that they playing, man. The SEC ain't putting receivers in the league like that right now. Like there's no receiver right now in the SEC that you really can be like, oh my God, like he shut him down. Like if he play against Jeremiah Smith and he shuts Jeremiah Smith down, then we talk. He play against Cardell Tate, then we talk. But I have no tape with him going head up with a top 5 receiver in the college football right now and say, okay, he shut him down.
Man, they don't even throw Delane Way, though. That's the only thing. It's hard to find tape on him. I got to go all the way to Virginia Tech to see some tape on him because he's not a homegrown LSU kid. But he played so well that they were like, man, because they don't give – they calling it –
So let me ask you a quick
Go ahead. You making some good points, though. And before you go into that, I'm still like maybe if Foots was on the phone because he's like 14 players deep on DBs right now in safeties. I'm only like 6 players deep right now, so I can't go back and forth with you because I gotta make ground back up. But I feel what you're saying though, as far as the cornerback. So who do you want the Cowboys to draft in the first pick though, with the 12th pick? Who do you want?
So man, like I said, man, to me it's gonna be a hard one because Love could potentially be on the board because right now we all speculating right now. But what would you do if Love was on the board, the running back from Notre Dame, Caleb Downs on the board, Orville Reese on the board, and Sonny Styles all on the board at the 12th pick? Like, see, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's do you just go Downs because he's the best player available? But that's a hard one because what if Sonny Styles 5 years later is better than Caleb Downs when we took Caleb Downs with the 12th pick? That to me is just a hard one. I can't take that DB over Sonny Styles, 6'5", 243 pounds, playing outside linebacker, and I just don't know if that cornerback gonna hit.
Man, I go with building. Then we already got the centerpiece. I'm building from the frame, like from the core on out. Right, that's just my philosophy. So my draft pick is going to benefit from Quentin Williams. Right, I'm looking at it like, how can I build my middle of this defense up? Like, is it for the linebacker or the safety? Them are my 2 options if I'm looking at defense. Forget what you said, forget about what's on the outside. So I'm either going with Caleb Downs or if I'm going with the Styles if he's there, because I know for sure that that's the direct impact that the people got to read their keys off of is your interior play, right? You play DB, and we all know that if you playing at the safety, you reading your keys off the linebacker reading the keys off the damn interior guy, the 3 tech or the 1 tech. So if they're going to shoot gaps or what have you. So I'm building my team from that aspect out, But if there's a situation, if I'm trusting my draft board, and if I got Mansour Delane higher than Styles, I got to stay true to my draft board. If their tag is touching, I'm picking up the phone and I'm trying to find a fool out there who's willing to move up to the 12th spot for that spot, but I'm going to have conditions. As long as you don't get my 2, Mansour Delane or Styles, I'm going to still pick up the phone to see what kind of offers they have. But I can't get too cute, though. That's just me. But I'm not trading up. I'm not trading up in this draft. I'm standing still where I'm at, and I'm taking offers of whoever want to get that 12th spot, but I'm not sliding all the way back out of the top 15 or out of the 20s, though.
I think with this draft right here, with all the picks we got in this draft, I really think this is one of those drafts, especially these first 3 picks we got, these first 2 picks in that 4th round pick. I feel like every single pick right now has to be on the defensive side of the ball. If you go Caleb Downs at the 12th pick and or the cornerback out of LSU, and then you get Sonny Styles at pick 20, I still feel like you come back in the fourth round and you go get another linebacker. I just feel like you get an outside entity, a DB, if they go with that. You get Sonny Styles, and you come back and you revisit the linebackers. I think if we can get the middle of the field with Quentin Williams, and if we get boy from the cornerback, I think, man, we'll be deadly. I think this defense will be potent next year.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you 1,000% right on that aspect.
I did want to tell your ass something, though, Law.
Talk to me, man.
Everybody thought I was talking crazy when I was in here talking about that Trayvon Diggs thing.
Yeah.
Man, it's like the last caller was talking about Matt Scott, Shotty, and the system and all that. Hey, man, listen. Javonte Williams, right now in the NFL, is proven. Blue not, right? When you got what everybody be saying about these Cowboy players coming in here and they live off the star, and they feel like that 30 years ago or 35 years ago, all the success that Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin them had, that the players start acting like because they got the star, they automatically get that success. That's not true. But when you come in here, what Shotty is saying right now, like, hey, Blue, you might be good, but you can't do certain things. You just can't. You can't do certain things that other players can do right now.
Right.
When it comes to fumbling the ball, right? Now, when I say that Trayvon Diggs is a cancer, it's Trayvon Diggs was always loyal to Michael Parsons. So even when it came to we gonna do it like this, we don't know if Trayvon Diggs was in practice. Man, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. So to me, the whole scenario of him getting the concussion, being at home and all of that, I felt like Jerry tried to save face. And the more and more we come out here and it's just like, well, they need to make a decision. Well, they made the damn decision and they just told y'all what it was at the end of the season when we ain't had nothing else to play for. We just gonna cut his ass, right? But it's like we was forcing Jerry into like, either you play him or just get rid of him or just come out and say why you not playing him. But he ain't got to do that. But when you look at it when it's all said and done, man, that man was a fucking cancer in the locker room. Trayvon Diggs was a cancer to the Dallas Cowboys organization this year. They just never came out and said it, right? My second point is this. A day ago, the man said he going to give this man 10 to 12 days to evaluate the coaching staff, and then they was going to make a decision. What I be trying to say is everybody get up in arms when Jerry says something, but Jerry just be trying to sell damn T-shirts and stuff and selling the Dallas Cowboys logo, man. But at the end of the day, we can't force that man to a decision. Shotty didn't have no say-so when it came to that defensive side of the ball because Jerry Jones hired that man before he became the head coach. Right. I felt like when the season started and they traded Michael Parsons, we all got to be thankful. I am not wishing harm and hurt on nobody. Michael Parsons tore his Achilles this year, right? After being paid $47 million. Now, all of a sudden, Deron Bland got some mysterious injury. Jerry Jones was right. He comes out here and he paid these players, and it is proven in the past 5 years, he pays, and the minute after he pays, the player he paid got hurt.
I mean, that is the price of doing business. I get what you're saying, but at some point, it's crazy business. Crazy business, man. Either you're gonna hit goal or you're not, right? And I get where you're coming from. It's crass for us to say, man. It's crass. That's why I don't even talk on it. You know, like, damn, man, Parsons gone and he get his ACL ripped up to pieces and we dodged the bullet, right? That's crass for me to say something like that. And we talking about not like $4. We talking about $40 million north of that, right? And we can only imagine how that would feel for the Cowboys. And on top of that, we felt something similar. We paid this guy $250 million and his hamstring fell off the bone, and his name is Dak Prescott. The scrutiny. Yeah, don't you know how much? Don't you know how bad that felt? Yeah.
Yeah, but like, this is what I tell people too, though, right? Like we can be here, we can sit here and be critical about anything and everything, right?
Right.
But even if we don't trade Michael, and I tell people this, we don't know if we get Quentin Williams. If we don't trade Michael, we don't know if we get Kenny Clark, right? All I'm saying is that the cards that we was dealt with the Dallas Cowboys this year with Jerry Jones, based off what he did after he traded Michael Parsons, Jerry Jones with the trade with Pickens, trade with Parsons, then picking up Quentin Williams and picking up Kenny Clark. Right now, if the Dallas Cowboys go into the draft and do what they're supposed to do and make goal out of these damn draft picks and go into free agency and make goal out of 2 or 3 picks, out of a defensive end, a linebacker, or a cornerback, something in free agency. The Dallas Cowboys, literally, if they bring back everybody on the offensive side of the ball, the Dallas Cowboys damn near can say they back.
Yeah, but hey, before I let you go, regardless of how all of the cards are felt and fallen, there's no card deck that you can say, yeah, man, let's just bring back Matt Eberflus back though. You know, so yeah, I do like how circumstances have failed as far as Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones going out there and at least attempting to get this Kenny Clark thing, attempting to get things back in return from Michael Parsons, and as well ultimately by having Quentin Williams. We just need to find a piece by him taking his time and allowing Schottenheimer in him getting the right defensive coordinator out there. But we do have some breaking news though, too cool. That one of my favorite buddies, my guy, shout out to the person that's in the chat that let me know that Jason Garrett got him a new interview for the Tennessee Titans as their head coach vacancy, man. Oh, my gosh, man. So come on to the cave, baby. Red ball, bring them back to the league, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, how about them Cowboys? I'll keep doing what you do, brother.
Hey, man, appreciate you, man. That's my guy, too cool, man. Hey, all I can say is I get his points, man.
Goodbye.
I appreciate him for his thoughts on everything, even though I don't agree with everything. But, man, it's cycling as it relates to half of this. And shout out, what my guy? I'm going to give him credit, man, for telling me. Mike Huncho. Shout out to you, Mike Huncho. You're a real one, man. Yeah, he said breaking news, man. The Jason Garrett report. How you doing, guys? So I can't use that argument anymore. I said that, shoot, if me and Jason Garrett had an interview for a head coaching job, we both get the same answers in the last 2 or 3 years, and it would be hell no or no. But at least he getting the interview. Yeah, so I'm quite sure they're going to probably like, hey, Jason Garrett, we had prematurely called you in. We're going to circle back to you, but there's another item by the name of John that we're going to really take a look at before things get going, you know. But we would definitely like to appreciate you. You can still come out for the interview, by the way. But we regret to inform you on the front end that another candidate will be selected for this job, but we're going to bring you in for the Rooney Rule, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. Gingers do qualify for the Rooney Rule, by the way. Shout out to y'all, man. Put 4 in the chat if you're a redhead in the chat, man. Yes, indeed. Shout out to all of the redheads out there. Yeah, they qualify. They minorities too, man. All I can say is, and if you're offended by that, man, just charge it to my beer and my heart. Right. So all of the gingers and redheads out there, man. Yes, indeed. No, Garrett is getting the interview for the head coaching job at Tennessee. Yes, indeed. So shout out to him. Cowboys, let me go back to this list, though. Look at this, man. Let me just dismiss some of this stuff. Did the Washington team got rid of their defensive coordinator and their play caller? I don't see the Washington team drafting Caleb Downs. The Cleveland, they need help, but I don't think that they will be drafting a wide receiver. Jordan Tyson is good, though, by the way. I don't see them drafting that. Carnell Tate, ooh! Don't let Harbaugh go there. And he draft Carnell Tate. And they have Malik Neighbors. Oh, my God. They'll be crazy. Reuben Bain. I think that they don't draft this guy. I think that they're going to lean on the aspect of going to get somebody to protect their quarterback there. They got a young quarterback. I think they're going to go O-line. I think that we don't get out of these top 10 picks. Hold on. Let me clear this out. And this is my rationale of thinking this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a super chat. DP. Harbaugh is out of Baltimore law. Yeah. That's what we've been talking about. We talked about that. That's what I'm saying. Harbaugh, he might go to the Tennessee. He might go to the Raiders. He might. Who else got an opening position? He might go to this team right here, the Giants. So yeah. Let me go. Where my train of thought at? My train of thought is. The first offensive lineman is not drafted to the 9th spot. I don't see that happening. I don't see. Let me get that super chat going
at
for Swazi.
Swazi $8,455 9.99. A smaller organization would grab John Harbaugh, but our fan base thinks Shati is good because he inherited an elite offense.
So, I mean, yeah. I'm listening. I'm pausing right now because I'm trying to dissect what he's saying. Record. All right, so John Harbaugh record as a Baltimore Ravens head coach. I'm pulling that up. He had 18 seasons. He's 180 and 113, so he won 180 games in that 18 season. To contextualize it, 180 games, winning that many games, he will be, I believe, the second all-time winningest head coach in Cowboys history, right? If that was the case in the scenario there. But you know, that's a whole different other franchise. He could be the first all-time. I don't know how many wins Tom Landry had, but 18 seasons, that's a lot of wins. I don't think he got more than Tom Landry. Regular season, postseason, he's 13-11, including the Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl. He ranks 14th all-time in regular season wins amongst all qualifying head coaches. Let me see what else he have on his resume. His best season was in 2019, being 14-2, by the way. Most road playoff wins by any head coach with 8. So he won a lot of road playoff wins. All time, I'm reading this, tied for third most total wins in regular seasons. And that's including playoff tenure. So what you get out of Harbaugh, they saying he going to Cleveland. He got a wealth of resumes that he got a wealth of other options that he can go to, right? What I'm going to tell you about Harbaugh is that we can take away the growing pains. You can take away that. His record versus the Shanahan clan that is pretty good. That tree from the Shanahan, where we've been having issues with, he's pretty good against that tree. I'm not gonna do Swayze, man. I get what you're saying, man. I'm not gonna do the one and done thing though with Schottenheimer. I think Schottenheimer got something, but it's going to be growing pains though. That's the conundrum part of it. Like Schotty can go on his run like Harbaugh, right? 18 years, one Super Bowl though. Hey, it's difficult to let you know how hard it is. But before we knee jerk ourselves up out of this thing, just give Schottenheimer a damn defensive coordinator. He may be the guy. We won 7 games this season. Not one of those games was by defense, by the way. But the Giants better not get Harbaugh, though. Yeah. Giants, boy, they better hire Matt Eberflus, boy. Boy, I would pop some champagne bottles if Matt Eberflus get hired by the Giants. Come on, man. Yes, indeed. Oh, my God. Let me test the room. If you won't be Brian Schottenheimer here, put BS in the chat. And that's not for bull sugar. And if you want a different coach, just put NC in the chat. And let me just see. Let me see how many BSs we can have versus NCs. New coach or Brian Schottenheimer. Put BS in the chat. And keep in mind, it don't stand for bull sugar. Let me see what y'all trying to do, man. Let me see what y'all trying to do on this marathon show, because I thought I was going to be live for 30 minutes to an hour. Yeah. Jared says BS. So no NCs. All right. Perry Lock says BS. Okay. Ghostface Gaben says no. A new coach. Yeah. Virgil says new coach. Y'all ain't BSing me around. Is it, okay, all right. Dramatic BS. Okay, look at all these BSs here. Shotty, give Shotty another year, man. Just allow him to pick out his own grapes, man. Come on, man. I'm sticking with the BS.
Yeah, on paper.
On paper, yeah. Oh my gosh, boy. I'm messing with y'all with the BS, boy. It's funny. Yeah. Just don't get, I'm telling y'all, man, them damn Giants. Whew. Oh my God, Jackson Dart with Tracy. Y'all see how Tracy was running all over us, man. That's without Malik Neighbors. Then they get Scatboo back. Scatterboo. Shoot. That defense was humming. They had a better defense than us. They had a top 10. They had a top 15, top 20 defense. I call BS. Yeah, man. So all I can say is Schottenheimer, he got some things that he got to do, ladies and gentlemen. Whether it's Schottenheimer or Hootenheimer, I think that the BS will stay here with the Dallas Cowboys. Brian Schottenheimer. Yeah. Shotty, my guy, man. I'm disappointed in him in a few things. But that's okay. That's life. Even God chastises the ones he loves, right? I'm definitely ain't God, but he's in me, though. Pause if necessary. But God is in me. Bama boy said, don't do it. Scatter biscuit. I just don't want the Giants to get better. I love the downfall of the Washington. I'm quite sure that they're going to be the doormat of this division again. I'm just ready for the Eagles to follow suit. They all plucking their beaks, plucking their feathers with their beaks. And that's okay. Because I got the 49ers and the Eagles playing this weekend. I'm rooting for a blowout on either way. I don't want no close game. I don't want no kick to win the game and all of this stuff. I want a blowout so I can rave on one and then rave on the next one for the next week. Because one of these guys going to win, whether it's going to be the damn 49ers or the Eagles. I might just live stream that show. Should I live stream it and just have my brothers on the phone and jump in and out? Y'all let me know. Roger! That's why I'm more leaning on the damn 49ers to win. So we can just be like, okay, well, nobody in NFC won, you know what I'm saying? But then again, I can't root for them damn 49ers. Boy, I cried all of my eyelashes out in 94. So I still can't stand that team. And especially what they did to us in the previous years before we got on our winning spree. Son of John, 2750. To break down what Son of John, thank you for the reminder. That Jerry Jones do have some power. Jerry Jones do have some ego too. But most importantly, Jerry need to step on down and let somebody else, not Steven, get in there. Yeah. Niners will get slept. Ah, man. It's just a bad situation to be in. I just need the Eagles to lose one more game. And I need the 49ers to lose one more game. If them two lose and they don't win all throughout the playoffs, then I can be like, yeah, I'm alive again. I'm really going to have a crunk. But y'all let me know, y'all let me know, should I do the live stream? Hate watch party. Eagles, 49ers this week. Cowboy Nation. Cliff Kingsbury took the Washington from the 22nd ranked to the 5th ranked in one season. Yeah. No doubt. Like I said, for this Matt Eberflus occasion of him looking on IndeedJobs.com, let me give him a monster review. He can go there. Or he can go to ZipRecruiter. Matt Eberflus, you can go to ZipRecruiter. They hire. Just use promo code LAW though. I got a job for you, Matt Eberflus. I heard that the Giants looking for a job over there. They looking for somebody to fill their vacancy. You can go take that job. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around this beautiful globe, in departing, we got to do the orders of operation before we can be any shape, form, or fashion successful. We got to get our defensive coordinator. We got to evaluate what we already have. We got to play around in free agency. We got to go to the draft. And then number 5, we got to get back into the free agency. Don't get satisfied with these draft picks. Keep in mind, these young kids, 20 years old, 21, 22. They ain't gonna do much this first season. They can give you little splashes here and there. But we need to start building properly. But last but not least, before we do all of those things, we got to extend and stretch out and create money for the free agency. Don't say you can't. You can. Let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawny or cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat forward, fret forward a plan to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the things you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or poverty or the famish of fame or the sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the things you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty, you will get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, Matt Eberflus is fired. We can't use Flus excuse.
What's your point?
We can't use Flus excuse this season. So you better come up with better ones, Cowboys Nation. Come on with it. The Flus excuse. Let's get it.
Time to run it up. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up. Flex them down.
And
roll. Time to run it up. No sleep, no rest. Those. But first I stretch.
Pray.
I wake up. Flex them down. Now check. No drip this.
Look, you got David Wood's name down there 2 times. Shout out to you, Cedric. Shout out to you, Perry. SARS. Jason Bourne, Chris, son of John,
I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick
DP,
the first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy.
Swayze,
Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ.
man, we need 6 of them, man. Come on.
I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip, this
Sagacity, pertinacity.
No
I see
sleep,
you.
no rest. Might crash, might
Ghostface Gaming birthday tomorrow, man. Happy birthday, man. Solar return day.
flex, thumb down, now check.
Put happy birthday to Ghostface, man. Put GFG in the chat.
Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out
to the crib.
Nigeria, come through in a hurry.
Come on.
Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried.
Come on.
One false move, find yourself they get
So we gotta take a trip back to the crib. We gonna be at the house on the couch.
Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain.
Not mine.
I made a promise to her, swore that I would change.
GFG,
I'm on
baby.
The come up, bet I live up to my name.
Yeah. I wake up.
Flex on down, man. Check. No drip, this. Tell them run it on. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it on. I wake up. Flex on down, man. Check. No drip, this. Tell them run it on. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I
stretch.
Tell them run it on.
Of course. No days off, man. But let's slow it down just a little bit. But we on the couches, baby. The sounds of soft soles and suede couches. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet down to the Cowboys beat. Signs that we are moving in the right direction. No floofs excuse. Now, let's get it.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Bring me out.
Prepare for glory.
Yeah. The longest outro in the land. Longer than Jay Leno's chin. Shaq feet. And that other guy that played for the San Antonio Spurs. I forgot his name. Longer than Luke Longley. Ginobili. Boy, longer than Ginobili nose. Now Ginobili had a long nose. Layer 2, I follow. Wherever you go, roll tide, baby.
Whatever you do, layer 2.
Longer than Wimby's knee. Yeah, Wimby. Man, I'd do a 10-hour live stream if we hired Jim Swartz.
And another one.
Wimby! Back. That boy Wimby long, man. Pause if necessary. The sounds of soft souls and hits and oldies.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be on?
Layer 2. Manu. That Ginobili boy, that Ginobili nose, boy, he'll line it up with his nose and he hit all of the shots. For real, true story. Come on with it.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
If you don't believe that.
Crank and fly. Temporarily doesn't feel that far.
This is where we hold
So far.
This is where we
So far. If a paper crank and fly. Then forever doesn't feel that far.
Ginobili,
So far.
Tony Parker.
So far.
Yo, the Spurs had a team.
Crank can fly.
Let me crack your cranium.
Oh my God.
Fertilize your brain.
Fly on.
All right, man. Let me get on up out of here, man. Now Ginobili people gonna be coming out to me, man. The Ginobilis, man.
It's an evil world we live in.
Yeah. They're gonna be in Schottenheimer. He was telling me that I think we got about 7-8 games this year we're gonna win. Tony!
Are you still involved? Calling me, texting me, paging me,
and they understand the cost.
I can't stand them Celtics, man.
There's
Lakers,
1,000
baby.
I said close them doors.
Lakers in 5.
Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Yeah, check.
We all gonna leave together. There's 1,000 of you.
That
tonight.
damn Patrick Ewing. I don't know. Do y'all know Patrick Ewing more for his knees or how that joker used to sweat?
This is a small.
Keith Sweat had nothing on Patrick Ewing sweat.
To give this, I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. But I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs us.
I'm Steve.
I got you. And this is what I need you to do. You're giving electronically, or you're giving tangibly. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folks.
Ghostface, they all saying. Happy birthday to you.
Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on the. Take your phone and stick it on the bucket. Shh. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship.
On Evening Giving Sunday.
Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk.
If
1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle.
Easy miracle,
We
man.
should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just from y'all giving.
Take the money out, all of it.
That's it.
Come on. Nobody wasting my time now. Come on.
Shout out to that pastor that was defending his wife.
They can come closer than close.
He was like, I like the dress because I bought the dress. I want to see it sway and shake, man. Leave that pastor alone, man. Shoot, God created us naked. What is us to man to say what people can wear and not wear when God made us naked?
Nobody.
So I forgot that pastor name, but shout out to him.
Jesus, this is your humble servant.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Rex! Cowboys got Black Tuesday instead. He said, please the whole room. Until next time, DC for life, man. Peace. We up out. One love.